captain, number 23, Adam Fox. Alternate captain, number 93, Mika Zibanejad. And the 29th captain in New York Rangers history, number 8, J.T. Miller. Blue Shirts fans, the 2025-2026 New York Rangers.
So the Rangers gathered around the circle at the center ice, one by one introduced to the crowd here at Madison Square Garden, and then make their way over to the bench and go on a couple laps around the right side of your radio dial. And that's where the Rangers will defend in the first period. The Pittsburgh Penguins have not yet come out on the ice.
Or just jonesing for that lineup. Maybe they're just afraid to come out and face the Chiefs, right? This is an interesting time, though, because you get the opening ceremonies, the pomp and circumstance, the garden's alive, and now all of a sudden you got to change from the ceremony mode into game mode. And it's interesting when you watch teams on opening night. It can be a little flat to start. So the challenge, obviously, for the Rangers is making sure the A game starts as soon as the puck's dropped and not letting the ceremony legs take over.
The officials for tonight's game are on the ice. Wes McCauley and Jake Brink will be the referees. Devin Berg and Libor Sukanik, the linesmen.
1,441st game referee in the NHL tonight by the Michigan State alum, Wes McCauley.
Generally considered one of, if not the best referees in the NHL.
And a very good TV, radio, and communications program at Michigan State, so that all ties together.
And no doubt we'll hear from him because he's the one who wears the microphone. So if there is a disputed goal call, he certainly puts his all into it when it's time to announce whether or not it's a goal, especially if he knows the way the crowd here at the Garden will react.
Only referee in NHL history to win an Emmy.
That's correct. So both teams lined up at their blue lines, and we go back to Joe Tollison on the PA system.
If able, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats for the national anthem. Tonight's colors are presented by the Fire Department of New York. And here to sing the Star-Spangled Banner, please welcome back Grammy Award-winning baritone, John Brancy.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the
Thank you, John Brancy.
The booming beauty of the voice of John Brancy with our national anthem. When it's game time, it's Tully time. The opening puck drop brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the all-new Tullamore Dew Honey during tonight's action. Let's pause 10 seconds to allow stations to identify themselves on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Back at Madison Square Garden, John Giannone, Dave Starman getting set to drop the puck and raise the curtain on the 2025-26 Rangers season. The Rangers will start with a line of J.T. Miller centering Will Cooley on the left, Mika Zibanejad on the right. Adam Fox and Vladislav Gavrikov on defense. For the Pittsburgh Penguins, Sidney Crosby in the faceoff circle, and we are underway. His right wing is Ben Kindle making his NHL debut. 18 years of age, first-round pick in 2025. And the Rangers have the puck behind their own net. It's Gavrikov. Up the left boards. Cooley can't clear. Kept in by Kindle. Now Crosby down the right side around Gavrikov to the net. Chips one in front. That one stopped by Shesterkin. The rebound as well. So Shesterkin called upon twice in the first 25 seconds.
Early turnover by the Rangers in their own zone, and Crosby with a really nice net drive. Get some space, put a good shot on goal.
Now from the right point, sent down low. Kindle held up by Gavrikov. Crosby with another shot from close range, stopped by Shesterkin. To the point. That slap shot sails wide. Chris Letang holds it in. Crosby again. Centers. And that one through the feet. And off the mark for Harrison Brunick, also making his NHL debut tonight. We have a penalty as Adam Fox in the neutral zone was taken down. So 59 seconds into play, the Rangers will go on the power play.
Noel Acciari is going to get the call. It's going to be either for hooking or tripping.
45 Pittsburgh's got a minor for a hook.
And it was Adam Fox who picked up a loose puck, started to jump out of his own zone, but Pittsburgh with a really good first shift. Remember, we just talked about getting out of ceremony mode and getting into game mode. The Rangers had one turnover early, and Pittsburgh turned it around for a couple of really good chances. The Rangers' power play last year was certainly an area of concern. David Quinn is a guy that is known for his ability to get power plays going. This power play has shown a lot of different looks in the preseason and in practice. It's going to change throughout the course of the year. As Mike Sullivan said, we can't play two units all year. We need to manage minutes.
Yeah, Rangers were 28th on the power play with the elite players they have last season. And we'll see Panarin, Zibanejad, Trocheck, and J.T. Miller with Adam Fox, the only defenseman.
And Miller is a big horse. He's a left shot. He puts himself right in front of the net. And he is great with the one-timer in the bumper.
Trocheck wins the draw. They go left side for Zibanejad. Up top for Fox. He and Zibanejad play catch. Now down low, it's Trocheck. Back for Zibanejad, left half boards. They look in front for Miller. That pass deflected away. Rangers keep possession. Wind it around to the right boards for Panarin. He goes back the other way for Zibanejad. Up top for Fox. Through traffic, it hits Miller in front, and the Penguins able to clear the zone.
When the puck's on the left wing side on a stick of Zibanejad, Miller becomes important because that's that one-timer setup right between the hash marks that the Rangers were trying to work on a lot this morning.
2-on-2 battle along the boards. Good play by Parker Wotherspoon, and the Penguins able to clear it again.
And John, one of the things that you Ranger fans are going to see all year long is on the power play, if there's not anything wide open, the Rangers are going to want to jam pucks into the slot, into areas hard to defend, trying to create some chaos, force some mistakes.
Rangers tried to gain the blue line, but Ricard Raquel intercepted. Now goes down one-on-one against Schneider. Brayden Schneider able to break that up. Rangers will get a change on the second half of this power play. 50 seconds remaining. Lafreniere on the ice with Schneider as well. Schneider gains the blue line, but that puck knocked away by Connor Dewar and back into the Rangers zone.
Two really good plays by the Penguins in the neutral zone to close gaps quick with the Rangers not coming with a ton of speed.
Now Matt Rempe tries to chip it in the zone, but again, the Penguins turn it right back out.
And yes, folks, that's Matt Rempe on the second power play unit, and he is going to be a boatload all season long to handle in the slot.
Connor Sheary, Will Cooley, and Lafreniere after the puck. Here's Rempe, right boards. To the point for Schneider. walks the blue line, now goes left top circle to Lafreniere. His shot is deflected away. It's a blocker save by Artur Shilovs and up into the netting.
And in the pregame show, we talked about Shilovs and how good he is using his hands. But he's one of those rare goalies that's actually better with his blocker than he is with his cat's glove. And from that left wing side, that top shelf on his glove side tends to be a lot more open. Lafreniere went short side. Shilovs with a good stop.
13 seconds remaining on the Ranger power play. Noah Laba making his NHL debut, wins the faceoff in the left circle. Back for Carson Soucy. Looks for an opening. Down low, it's intercepted by Wotherspoon, and he tries to clear. Penguins will be able to skate it out and kill the rest of this Ranger power play. Here's Raquel, left side. Centers, and that one deflected away by Igor Shesterkin, top of his crease. Now pinching down Ryan Shea, winds it around. Carrick, the only one there for the Rangers. Here comes Noah Laba through center. Tries to skate around Erik Karlsson, the veteran defenseman for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Taylor Radish making his Rangers debut, able to find the point. Adam Fox down low, and it's Karlsson to swipe that away. We've played 3 minutes and 30 seconds here at Madison Square Garden. No score, Rangers and Penguins in the season opener. Rangers 0 for 1 on the power play. Philip Tomasino gains the blue line, chips it in, takes a bump from Gavrikov. Now Crosby behind the net, he loses possession. Panarin tries to clear, cannot. Shea pinches in and winds it around left to right side. Letang down from his spot. Penguins still keep it in the zone. Now the battle by the blue line, Lafreniere and Letang. Penguins still keep it in. And now finally Lafreniere chips it to center, but the Penguins take back.
Even 20 years into his career, there are very few defensemen in the NHL better than Chris Letang at reading teams coming out of their own zone, early engaging, sealing walls, causing turnovers, and holding the defensive blue line. He's made it an art form.
Now that wind around past JT Miller back into the Penguin zone. Taken by Brunick. Again, Harrison Brunick, one of two Penguins making their NHL debuts. Brunick took the penalty earlier. Now wide open in front is Zibanejad, and he chips it wide to the glove side of Shilovs. The turnover created by Cooley, and Zibanejad was all alone but couldn't score. And now the puck cleared out of the zone. Justin Brazeau after it. JT Miller in the neutral zone chips it in. Off Braden Schneider, who's the first one there behind Shilovs. Now Cooley winds it around to the left point for Soucy off the bench. Back behind the net for Cooley. Cooley steps out, left short side. Sharp angle shot off the side of the net. 2-on-2 battle behind Shilovs. And now Evgeny Malkin skates it out. Chips it up the boards, looking for Brazeau. Battling with Edstrom along the boards. Adam Edstrom now behind the net.
Brazeau, that must have been like running into a tree. I mean, Edstrom is just so big and so strong, and when he leans on you, that's about 300 pounds of force coming down pretty hard.
Carson Soucy out of his own zone for Edstrom. And now backhanded ahead by Rempe. This is where the Ranger fourth line wants to get in on the forecheck. Good defensive play there by Caleb Jones, who takes a huge hit from Rempe. And now the shot toward the net deflected wide by Edstrom. Rempe behind the net, looks to center. Now Carrick looks to put it toward goal, had his stick lifted, and the Penguins skated away. Have a possible break here. Tomasino chips it ahead. Down low, and that one kicked away by Shesterkin. Battle for the loose puck behind the net. Now Karlsson one-timer from the top of the left circle, and that one sailed wide back to the neutral zone.
Biggest difference in this game through 6 minutes has been, especially at 5-on-5, has been the Penguins' ability to get out of their own zone quick and beat the Rangers' forecheck. We talked about the Rangers wanting to establish the ground game. Pittsburgh's not fooling around with the puck in their own end.
Now the Penguins step into the zone, but a good defensive play by Will Borgen, and the Rangers turn it the other way. Connor Sheary chips it in, takes a hit as he tries to chase down, and now that one put toward the net. Shilovs able to get the blocker up and make the stop. Good pace, not many whistles so far in the early going. Connor Dewar behind the net. 5 players involved, now back to Letang at the right point. Toward the net, they try to deflect it wide, but instead Dewar deflects it over the glass and out of play. 6 minutes and 44 seconds gone by in the first period. No score. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Catch every MLB postseason game on SiriusXM,
The scenario you dream about, Freddie is living.
where a swing can transform the fortunes of a franchise.
High fly ball, hit deep, back, and go!
Hear the whole hometown announcers call all the action.
Freddie Freeman channeling his inner Kirk Gibson.
The MLB postseason is on Sirius XM and the Sirius XM app.
Historic hockey moments.
October 15th, 1989, the Great One passes his childhood idol, Mr. Hockey, for most points scored.
Gretzky has 1,850 points.
The Taylor to Gretzky, he scores! He's done it! Wayne Gretzky, the Great One, has become the greatest of them all!
Ladies and gentlemen, Gordie Howe.
A super young man, a great hockey player who shares in everything he does, and congratulations.
The hockey history continues on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments.
March 23rd, 1994, Wayne Gretzky passes his hero Gordie Howe for most goals scored.
To Gretzky! Scores! He did it! The greatest goal scorer in National Hockey League history is Wayne Gretzky!
Los Angeles goal, a power play goal, and the 802nd National Hockey League goal scored by number 99, Wayne Gretzky.
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments.
The longest Game 7 in Stanley Cup playoff history, the New York Islanders versus the Washington Capitals at the Capitol Center, Saturday, April 18th through to Sunday, April 19th, 1987, the game known as the Easter Epic.
6 other times when a game has gone into quadruple overtime, shots on goal are 74-52.
He scores! LaFontaine at the blue line here in the fourth overtime, winning the series.
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Pucks past the first layer that's coming at them so that pucks get out of danger. Twice in their defensive zone, the Rangers have failed on that hard play, and Pittsburgh has turned it around on them for a good opportunity.
His face-off to the left of Igor Shesterkin. Great touch by the new head coach of the Penguins, Dan Muse. On the first shift of the game, he actually started the two players making their NHL debuts. Ben Kindle was at the right of Sidney Crosby, and on defense was Harrison Brunick. Now, Crosby's with his regular line mate, Ville Koivunen, playing all of his 8th NHL game.
How cool is it, by the way? The 2 rookies and the 3 guys all playing their 20th season together. Yeah. That's a lot of class by Dan Muse, and not surprising.
Of course, Dan Muse, 2 seasons as the Rangers' assistant coach, the last 2. Here's Gavrikov through the neutral zone. Now Miller down the right boards, chips it behind the net. Rangers try to center. It's off the side of the net. Now batted out in front with a glove. And here comes Raquel as he grabs it at his own blue line. Now crosses the Ranger line. Puts one on goal, sticked aside by Igor Shesterkin. Shots are 6-2 in favor of the Penguins early on. Here's Carlson. Walks the blue line toward the net. Knocked down in front. Gavrikov was part of the group in front. Carlson again with an opportunity. Down behind the net. Crosby chips it toward the goal. And Zibanejad steers it to safety, but only as far as the Penguins. Here's Carlson, left circle. Drag, puts it in front, deflects off a body, and we have a delayed penalty upcoming. It's on the Rangers. It'll be an interference call, and it looks like it'll be on Adam Fox.
3 New York's got a minor interference.
Fox in a good battle down low. Puck was a little scrambly out in front of the net, and the Rangers starting to run around just a little bit. Pittsburgh really good control of the puck up high in the zone, and Fox and Crosby going at it towards the front of the net, and that's when Fox got himself into Crosby's kitchen and wound up taking the penalty.
So the Penguins will go on the power play. They were not good last year overall, but with the man advantage, they were 6th in the league at almost 26%. They'll have Crosby, Malkin, Raquel, Letang, and Carlson. Actually, it looks like Brunick will have one of the point spots here. Crosby in the face-off circle. To the left of Shesterkin, wins the draw. Brunick back at the point. Slides it across. Penguins work the cycle. Now goes to Anthony Mantha, top of the right circle with room, but a good play by Carson Soucy to get over, deflect the shot, and the Rangers able to clear.
I've been watching Carson Soucy do that since he was in high school. He is so good on his angles, getting his toe caps up ice, getting his stick out, closing gaps, and blocking shots with that big 6'5" frame.
Ben Kindle playing his first NHL game, age of 18, carries the puck in the zone. Rangers intercept and clear all the way down.
So the Rangers did a pretty good job after losing the draw to start the PK of 2 clears out of the zone. I mean, obviously the key is, right, you want to win that first faceoff and get it down. They did a pretty good recovery after losing in the initial draw.
45 seconds gone by in the penalty to Adam Fox. No score here at the Garden. 11 and a half minutes remaining in the opening period. Cross corner dump in. Letang after it. He gets there first. Now Malkin on the ice. Tries to back it up for Crosby. That one knocked out of the zone. Zibanejad looks to break. But the Penguins get there first with Letang. Remember, the Rangers last year had 18 shorthanded goals, more than any other team in the NHL. Down the boards for Crosby. Behind the goal line, bumps with Soucy. Now Carson Soucy first to the puck. They try to clear. Zibanejad gets there, and from his knees is able to clear it down ice.
Tremendous couple of shifts by Soucy on the PK, and if the Rangers are going to establish a solid PK, the couple of plays that he made are going to be a big part of it.
Now Carlson is able to shoot in. Shesterkin grabs behind his own goal and finds an opening, clears it all the way down.
That's something that'll make a coach's heart settle down nicely when your goalie tries to send one right up the middle, right?
Noah Laba on the ice for the Rangers, here to kill the last bit of this penalty. Gets in Malkin's way, but it stays in for Shea at the point. Here's Ryan Shea walking toward the net, puts it all the way through. Malkin tries to center, taken away by the Rangers. And Taylor Radish and team able to clear it down, and that'll do it. Adam Fox back on the ice, team's back at full strength.
It was a good PK for the Rangers. Steady, solid, good up ice, disrupted the breakouts, good in their own end.
Panarin with a steal in the offensive zone, off for Trocheck. Rangers look to set up. Here's Vakanainen from distance, that one wide. The rebound put on goal by Lafreniere, stopped by Shelovs. 2-on-2 battle behind the net. Now up the left boards, Lizotte, Lafreniere there, Shea as well. Shea goes down, play on. Lizotte looked like he got hit with the puck. Play continues. Vakanainen behind the net, around the boards. Chase for it there. Schneider down from his right point. Good pressure here by the Rangers, good hit. Thrown there by Lafreniere, another hit behind the play by Trocheck, and now the Penguins look to go the other way. Lizotte behind the net, Lafreniere bumps with Tommy Novak. Novak back to the left point. Wotherspoon dumps it deep. Penguins go for a change. Shesterkin and Panarin play catch. 9 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the opening period. No score here at the Garden on the season opener. Rangers and Pittsburgh Penguins. Now through center. Here's Sidney Crosby. Chips it ahead for Raquel. Good play by Schneider to intercept. Raquel might have had an opening and could have been in alone. Instead, Miller chips it in to the left of Shelovs, who winds it around for Carlson.
You could tell that Schneider really trusts his feet with the play that he just made.
Here's Zibanejad off a turnover. Shot stop, rebound, and Cooley had an opening, but the puck slid off his stick. Tried to go backhand. There was an opening to the left side of Shelovs. Penguins dump it all the way down, no icing. Carson Soucy back for it. Shots are 6-4 in favor of the Penguins. No score. Now chase down in front, and a good play, but Sheary able to chip it wide. Excellent forecheck there by the Rangers with Radish, but Sheary couldn't convert. Now back the other way. Good back check by Connor Sheary, able to break up an opportunity in front. Rangers look to go. Lots of speed early on, Dave.
And because of how good Connor Sheary came back, it allowed Gavrikov and Fox to step up and eliminate the play a lot quicker than they could have without backside support. So wonderful job by Sheary using his speed tracking back.
Caleb Jones holds the puck behind his own net. 8 minutes remaining in the opening period, no score. Through center, intercepted by Matt Rempe. Now Carrick gains the blue line. Dumps it in. Chase for the puck. Edstrom gets there first. Kindle watching him, and now it's taken the other way by Caleb Jones. Cross ice they go, and Novak chips it out of the zone. Novak over the blue line. Now the Penguins have an opportunity in front. And Tomasino slid it for Kindle, but he was interrupted just as he was ready to put it on goal. We've seen a few open players in front of goaltenders in the early going.
Both teams with new defensive zone systems where responsibilities change. And it depends on how you're going to play it. Are you going to keep your centerman low? Do you want your center in front of the net and have your defenseman be able to freelance more? Do you want to keep your deep post and have your center more active? They're all little nuances both teams are working through.
Now behind the net, Will Borgen takes a hit from Novak. Rangers take the puck. Lafreniere tries to shovel it out of the zone, but it's knocked down at the face-off circle. And now Soucy looks to clear off the boards for Panarin. Head up, Artemi Panarin through the zone for Zibanejad, and he chips it in from the blue line. Zibanejad and Wotherspoon after it. Penguins win that battle, and now Carlson goes the other way. Again, not many whistles in this first period. Here's Crosby to the left of Shesterkin, around the net. Backhand pass. tries to find Koivunen. Chases it down at the left half boards. Now the bank pass off the boards intercepted by Fox. Rangers look to go. Here's Zibanejad, 3-on-3, off for Miller. Winds it around behind the net. Will Cooley battling there with Brunick. And now Miller, left side. He loses that battle, and the Penguins leave the zone. Here's Sidney Crosby, one-on-one with Fox. He bumps with Adam Fox. Rangers almost had too many men on the ice in the midst of a change. Instead, here's Panarin after it. Around the net, left side, up to the point for Vakanainen. They wind it down low for Trocheck. Back for Vakanainen. Cross ice Schneider with room. Shoots. Glove saved. Knocked down by Shilovs. Play continues. Here's Vakanainen, left point. In the middle now for Panarin. Wheeling by the blue line. Cross ice Schneider. Dumps it deep. Taken by the Penguins. And they'll try to clear the zone. And they do. Now one-on-one, Anthony Mantha with Schneider. And a good play by Brayden Schneider to wall him off. Penguins, though, keep possession. Brazeau hands off for Malkin. Now to the point for Carlson. Through traffic. That one deflected by Trocheck. Wide of Shesterkin. Puck behind the net. 5:20 remaining in the opening period. Still no score.
And as you mentioned, tremendous pace in this game. Both teams have been really smart, I think, with the puck. When there hasn't been anything at the line, teams are putting pucks deep, trying to create some chase and race, trying to create some opportunities low below the goal line. Neither team risking turnovers or over-carrying at the line. So you haven't seen a lot of offsides.
Kindle gains the red line, dumps it in. Around Shesterkin, and now Connor Sheary. Hands off for Noah Laba. He starts out. He has it broken up by Kindle in the neutral zone. Penguins try to go the other way. Into the Ranger zone, Will Borgen first one there. And now Taylor Radish banks it off the boards, but it hit Devin Berg, the linesman, and the Penguins bring it back in. An opportunity here with room. Glove saved by Shesterkin. Kindle the opportunity. The back check by Sheary knocks it away. Still in the zone, though, for Caleb Jones. They try to center. Oh, beautiful pass and a save by Shesterkin on Tomasino, who was wide open in front. Great pass there by Ben Kindle, but Tomasino is stopped by Shesterkin. 4:24 in the first. It's no score here at Madison Square Garden. New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York, and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
Like most car buyers, you want to get the most for your money. That's why more Mazda buyers choose Ramsey Mazda. Get impressive offers on a new Mazda CX-30 or a Mazda CX-5 starting at just $28,819. Over 1,000 new Mazda vehicles to choose from. Visit RamseyMazda.com. Get the most for your money at Ramsey Mazda. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda.
Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers, are here to help with your heat and water heating needs. Hockey season is the perfect time to replace that beast in your basement, that old, inefficient boiler, with a highly efficient Peerless boiler. It's a perfect match for homes, apartments, commercial buildings, you name it. Get all the heat you need efficiently and save on your energy bill all year long. Learn more about the entire Peerless Boiler family of products and to find a local installer near you. Just visit PeerlessBoilers.com and remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Experience the sophisticated taste of the best single malt whiskey in the world, the Macallan, founded in 1824. The Macallan is renowned worldwide for its extraordinary single malt whiskeys. Their outstanding quality and distinctive character reveal the uncompromised excellence they pursue. Whether your taste is sherry oak or double cask, the Macallan single malt whiskey is for you. Pick up the Macallan today at your nearest liquor store. The Macallan, the single malt whiskey against which all others must be judged. Crafted without compromise. Please savor the Macallan responsibly.
Tune in to the Rangers First Intermission Report. It is brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Dave Starman, 15 and a half minutes into this opening period of opening night. Early impressions.
I'll tell you what, Connor Sheary came into this team on a professional tryout trying to earn his spot. He had played for Mike Sullivan before with great success with the Pittsburgh Penguins when they won back-to-back Stanley Cups. He's made 3 plays in this game that have literally justified the signing, and they've all been on the defensive side, blocking 2 passes to prevent a good scoring chance, and the backtrack we just talked about, allowing Fox and Gavrikov to step up and make a really good early play.
Yeah, Connor Sheary, the only player on the Rangers roster to have won a Stanley Cup. He won 2 with the Rangers head coach Mike Sullivan in Pittsburgh. Face-off won by the Rangers to the right of Shesterkin. It was Zibanejad over Crosby, but the Penguins keep the puck in the zone. Wind it around, over to the right boards. Will Cooley will go the other way. Now Gavrikov looks up, tipped ahead by Miller to Cooley. Cooley one-on-one with Carlson, pulls up. Right boards, now dumps it down for Zibanejad. Rappel over skates. Miller had it toward the side of the net. Now chases it, dumps it back behind the net. Will Cooley up the right boards to the point for Fox. Cross-ice Gavrikov. Puts it toward net, deflected to the corner. Zibanejad looking for a deflection. Penguins can't clear the zone. Miller dumps it deep again. Shelovs will stop and hand off for Letang as the Rangers and Penguins go for a change.
One of the things the Rangers are working on early this season is the difference between moving pucks quick and holding on the pucks. Mike Sullivan has told them, have confidence in your hands to hold the puck a little bit longer. But he's also emphasized, don't overhandle to the point where you stick handle your way out of a good situation. So that'll be a balancing act early on in the season.
Artemi Panarin's cross-ice pass knocked down, but the Rangers regain possession, dump it in. It goes past Shelov's behind the net, and now cleared past Novak all the way down to the Rangers zone. No icing as it's on goal for Shesterkin, who hands off for Vakanainen. He takes a bump by Achari, and now Shea at the point. Cross-ice it goes. Wotherspoon through traffic. I don't think it got through. Two players in front. Vakanainen, one of them is able to kick it to a teammate, and Lafreniere clears. Shea for Lizotte, and right back the other way go the Penguins. Anthony Mantha down the right side, one-on-one with Schneider, walls him off. Check it, that's Soucy, and he goes the other way for Borgen. Will Borgen chips it up to the left point, and it's knocked out of the zone. Rangers look to go 2-on-1. Here's Sheary, looks over for Radish, and he puts a backhander on goal. Didn't get all of it. Shelov's able to cover it pretty quickly and easily and hold on. 2:26 remaining here in the opening period. Still no score, Rangers and Penguins. New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
Experience the sophisticated taste of the best single malt whiskey in the world, the Macallan, founded in 1824. The Macallan is renowned worldwide for its extraordinary single malt whiskeys. Their outstanding quality and distinctive character reveal the uncompromised excellence they pursue. Whether your taste is sherry oak or double cask, the Macallan single malt whiskey is for you. Pick up the Macallan today at your nearest liquor store. The Macallan, the single malt whiskey against which all others must be judged. Crafted without compromise. Please savor the Macallan responsibly.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, Passport, or CR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.49% APR on a 2025 Pilot or a 3.99% APR on a 2026 Ridgeline, 2026 Passport, or 2026 CR-V.
Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
See dealer for financing details.
Make cancer screening a part of your annual healthcare routine. New York Presbyterian offers a full range of cancer screenings, including lung, cervical, prostate, colorectal, breast, and more. Regular cancer screenings could save your life by detecting cancer at its earliest, most treatable stages. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester. Learn more at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
A reminder to tune in to the Rangers' first intermission report. It's brought to you by your local Honda dealers. 2:26 remaining in the opening period. No score, Rangers and Penguins. John Giannone, Dave Starman with you.
Been very impressed early on by the pairing of Soucy and Borgen and their ability to handle wide speed and eliminate a lot of threats, creating offense on the flanks.
Face off to the right of Shelovs. Noah Laba wins another draw for the Rangers. That's 2 for him here in the first period of his NHL career. But the Penguins gain the red line and chip in. Blake Lizotte will now head to the bench as Laba back for the puck in the Rangers zone. And he'll start out with speed through center. Gains the red line, chips it in, but only as far as Wotherspoon. And now they go the other way. Here comes Novak down the right side, trying to work on Soucy. Referee gets in the way. Kindle is there as well for the Penguins. Taylor Radish working him over. 2-on-2 battle to the left of Shesterkin in the corner.
Talking about giving him the business, huh?
The battle continues. And now Kindle taken down. Play continues. Rangers have the puck, and they look to start out a little bit too far for Sheary. And it looked like he was at least even, if not ahead of Carlson, but they'll call the icing on the Rangers.
Hey, give Carlson a lot of credit, right? At Carlson's age, coming off a big injury last year, to be able to outrace Sheary stride for stride is pretty good. Carlson missed all the training camp last year, then jumped into the fray right into game one. He played all 82 and had a decent year. According to his feeling, it wasn't his best effort. He was really happy to be in preseason this year, and a lot of those hard skates where he said, it's nice to know I can still hang with the kids and the bag skates.
Crosby wins the faceoff. They work the point. Wrist shot deflected by Radish, who got right out to the defenseman, Harrison Brunick, and that puck sails high into the netting.
Earlier you talked about Noah Laba and faceoffs. Laba played, as we talked about, the NCHC. It's an older conference in college hockey, so as a younger kid, he was facing off against a lot of bigger, stronger, older players, 23, 24, 25 years old. So he's had a lot of experience in facing off against bigger men with a little bit more advanced technique on the faceoff dot, which sets him up well for success facing off against some of the best he's going to see here in the National Hockey League.
Rangers have won 6 out of 8 faceoffs so far, and it's JT Miller and Sidney Crosby in the circle. Crosby wins this one. Penguins chase down the loose puck. Carlson able to slide it behind Shesterkin. Koivunen takes a bump. Fox takes the puck. 1:20 remaining in the opening period. No score here at Madison Square Garden. Now here's Raquel through the neutral zone. Great play by Gavrikov at the blue line to break up a possible Raquel rush. And here's Gavrikov. Tipped ahead by Cooley, only in the neutral zone though. And Raquel back for it. Gives to Letang, head up. And now Malkin will go cross ice. Bit of a dangerous pass there as we're into the final minute of the opening period here at the Garden. Wotherspoon down the left side for Malkin. Tries to chip it toward goal. That one knocked away by Zibanejad. Anthony Mantha centers, and that one stopped. Puck in the crease, and it's cleared away by Cooley. Dangerous moment there for the Rangers.
Best player on the ice through the first period so far has been Igor Shesterkin. He has been tremendous. He's probably made 5 or 6 real good grade A's. And this one was another one right in front of the net. A little pass out from behind the goal line. Penguins got set up pretty well, won a battle. Brazil got to the front of the net. And Shesterkin's so good at getting off the line with a big stop.
Face off to Shesterkin's left. Battle in the circle. Malkin and Trocheck. Puck slides back to Shesterkin. He puts the glove down and covers it up. 35.3 seconds remaining here in the first.
Rangers will probably take a look at this period and say, okay, so we got through period 1, gave up chances. We didn't want to give up. Probably a little bit more than we wanted to, but still, first period at home, new staff, a lot of anticipation, buzz in the building. A guaranteed second period, this thing tightens up a whole lot.
Face-off wide open in front. Brazeau scores! Brazeau went to the net while the face-off was being contested, and the puck slid right in front of Shesterkin. Brazeau took it, went to his backhand, and scored. And with 32 seconds remaining in the first, Penguins are on top.
Trocheck took the draw, and Malcolm just outfought him. It was a dirty puck that Malkin won the battle as it got behind Trocheck. Trocheck won it behind him, but it was a really nice play by Malkin to, as soon as he saw the loose puck, that secondary puck, he got behind Trocheck, pushed it ahead, and Brazeau just headed for the net. There, it was a quick one-on goal, and he caught Shesterkin flat-footed.
So on their 9th shot of the first period, the Penguins take a 1-0 lead.
Those are 2 big face-offs in the Rangers' defensive zone on the left dot, and Pittsburgh really controlled them both.
And we had talked about how well the Rangers were playing in the face-off circle up until the last 2. This one chipped all the way down behind Shesterkin. It is an icing call.
And John, it's interesting because they have been doing well on the draw. So you take a look at the first draw that happened. It was a 1 draw by the Rangers. Pittsburgh put pressure on. Gavrikov did a nice job of letting Shesterkin cover it. That set up the second draw, and that was the one where Malkin just used his strength to get behind Trocheck and create an opportunity in front.
So Justin Brazeau, 95 NHL games. He only had 16 goals, but he gets the first goal of the Penguins season. Now the Rangers win the faceoff in the offensive zone. Gavrikov for Lafreniere. Sharp angle shot knocked down by Shilovs. Didn't squeeze it, but got it to the corner. Final 13 seconds.
There's that adventure I'm talking about with his glove hand.
For sure. Fox down from his right point spot. Takes a bump. Novak is able to clear the zone. Final 5 seconds of the period. This won't be far enough for icing. And the horn sounds here at Madison Square Garden. And the first 20 minutes of the Rangers season in the books. And the goal scored by the Pittsburgh Penguins. Justin Brazeau, assisted by Yevgeny Malkin at 1928. Time of the goal driven by Ramsey Mazda. Get more for your money at Ramsey Mazda, like a new 2025 Mazda CX-5 or Mazda CX-90. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Thoughts on the first 20?
I think for Pittsburgh, it was a really good loose period for them. They came out and they were in attack mode from the opening shift, and they stayed that way through period number one. I thought for the Rangers, saw a couple of good things. Number one is their trackbacks were pretty good throughout most of that period. They were a little sloppy in front of their own net, but early on in seasons, every team is going to go through that as they adjust to playing in a new system under Mike Sullivan.
Pittsburgh Penguins with 9 shots on goal in the first period. The Rangers with 7. And again, it was a last 32-second of the period goal by Justin Brazeau that makes it a 1-0 game here after one period of play. Do you feel like the pace of the game was where the Rangers would want it for period one of game one?
No question. I think this is a pace that they would like to play at all year, because I do think they want to establish 4 lines. I do think they want to establish speed. They've got tremendous skill in their top 2 lines. They've got a good third. So then you get that little combination of zigzag through the neutral zone, creating plays through the neutral zone, taking advantage of numbers, and you add in that combination of some guys that can just go north-south really well, establish that ground game we talked about, that Rempe line with Edstrom, Carrick can do some of those things, but them to be able to do that allows the danglers to dangle a little bit easier.
In terms of the defensive zone, where so much of the emphasis will be placed, especially earlier in the season, what were you able to tell about how this team so far is grasping what Mike Sullivan is preaching?
I think a lot of it had to do with being conservative in the defensive zone and not leaving the zone early. I thought their forwards up top were really, really good at getting out to the points and blocking shots. PK-wise, I saw the same thing. Where they were a little bit loose, I think, was when pucks get jammed into hard areas, right in the paint, who picks up who? Is it going to be the weak side defenseman that's going to come in and take the trailer that drops in out of towards the hash marks? Who's going to pursue the role of the center in terms of staying closer to the net or joining to create numbers in battle zones? I think that's what's starting to sort itself out.
So that's it for the first period here at Madison Square Garden. Penguins lead the Rangers 1-0. Stay tuned for the first intermission report is brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Dan Grassa will join us in a moment. 1-0 Penguins after 1. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Hear the music that took her from the streets of Medellin to sold-out stadiums around the world.
Hi everyone, this is Karol G and welcome to Karol G Radio.
The stories behind the anthems and the moments that turned heartbreak into hits. Bold, unstoppable, 100% Tropico Queta.
This channel, it's for all my fans who have been on this journey with me.
Karol G Radio. Now for a limited time on Channel 79 and at home with the SiriusXM app.
Historic hockey moments on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
After scoring 4 goals in Game 38 for his 45th on the season, on December 30th, 1981, the great one Wayne Gretzky and his Edmonton Oilers hosted the Philadelphia Flyers in Game 39 of the season.
Gretzky, will he shoot? He does! He scores! Wayne Gretzky's 50th goal in 39 games!
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments.
March 2nd, 1993, Winnipeg hosts Quebec, where Jets forward Teemu Selanne is 3 goals off the pace of Mike Bossy's rookie record.
Teemu Selanne breaks it. He scores!
Ladies and gentlemen, as you're all aware, that goal by Teemu Selanne establishes a new NHL record for goals in one season by a rookie.
The Finnish Flash's record-breaking goal came in his 64th NHL game, and he would finish his rookie season with an overall 76 goals.
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
This is your local Tri-Honda dealer's New York Rangers Intermission Report. Now, here's Dan Grassa on the MSG Radio Network.
And it's time now for the Rangers' first intermission report. It's brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Contact your local Honda dealer today. Dan Grasso with you, 20 minutes in the books in the season opener, Madison Square Garden, and it is the visitors drawing first blood. The Penguins have a 1-0 lead, and they did so in the final minute of the first period. Justin Brazeau at 19:28, putting one past Igor Shesterkin. Give credit to Evgeny Malkin, who won a face-off in the offensive zone against Vinny Trocheck, and then poked the puck right in front of Igor Shesterkin, where Brazeau pounced on it and was able to flip it past the Rangers netminder. Brazeau only his 17th career goal, but it's the one that counts, at least in the opening 20 minutes, as they have a 1-0 lead over the New York Rangers. And scoring first, not exactly something that this Penguins team did a heck of a lot of last year. Scoring first only 33 times, which was the second fewest in the entire National Hockey League. Each team have a power play in that opening period. The rookie Harrison Brunick whistled for hooking just 59 seconds in, but the Rangers' power play unable to get going. Only one shot on goal, and then Adam Fox called for interference at 7:33. Penguins did not have a shot during their 2 minutes with the man advantage. As a matter of fact, we went through a good portion of that opening period, about 8 minutes, without there even being a shot on goal for either team. And the shots after 20 minutes, 9 for the Pittsburgh Penguins, 7 for the New York Rangers. And it is Pittsburgh with a 1-0 lead. You're listening to the Rangers' first intermission report, brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Contact your local Honda dealer today. Still more to do here on the Rangers intermission report. When we come back, we'll check out the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll hear a little bit more from the two head coaches of tonight's game as well. New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues right after this timeout.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter with high-tech features and excellent reliability. Check out the Honda Civic, Accord, or HR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.99% APR on a 2026 Civic or a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or 2026 HR-V.
Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
Face Off Inside the NHL returns, taking you deeper behind the scenes than ever before. See it all from the star-studded Four Nations Face Off tournament.
Us against the world, boys.
To the adrenaline of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I'm scared of you guys.
With candid interviews and backstage access, experience the sacrifice, the rivalries, and the determination that define NHL greatness.
Just when I thought last year couldn't be topped, here we are.
A new season of Face Off Inside the NHL. Watch now only on Prime Video.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol by volume, imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc., New York.
Make cancer screening a part of your annual healthcare routine. New York Presbyterian offers a full range of cancer screenings, including lung, cervical, prostate, colorectal, breast, and more. Regular cancer screenings could save your life by detecting cancer at its earliest, most treatable stages. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester. Learn more at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Peerless Boilers, the world's best-built boilers, are here to help with your heat and water heating needs. Hockey season is the perfect time to replace that beast in your basement, that old, inefficient boiler, with a highly efficient Peerless boiler. It's a perfect match for homes, apartments, commercial buildings, you name it. Get all the heat you need efficiently and save on your energy bill all year long. Learn more about the entire Peerless Boiler family of products and to find a local installer near you. Just visit PeerlessBoilers.com, and remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Sitco today. Savings could up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Dan Grasso back on the Rangers' first intermission report. 1-0. Penguins over the Blue Shirts after 20 minutes of play. Justin Brazeau is first of the season at 19:28 from Evgeny Malkin. And you're listening to the Rangers' first intermission report, brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Contact your local Honda dealer today. Mike Sullivan stepping behind the bench tonight for his debut as the New York Rangers head coach. And certainly Sully trying to ensure that this team makes a return trip back to the postseason following last year's absence. And he's all about trying to put players in a position where they're going to thrive and where they're going to grow.
Well, one of the things we're trying to do, and I've had a number of conversations with you guys around this with multiple people, is we're trying to provide pathways for these guys to grow their games and develop. And we've talked a lot about this in the offseason. How do we get a better version of Mika Zibanejad? How do we get a better version of Laugh? And so if we're thinking in those terms, I think part of my responsibility as the coach is I've got to try to provide pathways to give these guys opportunities to grow and develop. And when I look at a player like Remps, and I think it gives me an opportunity to get him on the ice a little bit more. I said this to you guys, if you're a bottom six forward and you are strictly a 5-on-5 player, in other words, you don't participate in any sort of special teams, penalty kill, power play in any capacity, it's hard to find minutes for those guys, right? It's hard to find what I would consider sufficient minutes to give them a chance to establish the game that they want to play. And so in looking at the group that we have, our coaching staff has walked through this at length to try to best understand the group and how do we deploy these guys, so we try to get the best versions of these guys and offer them some opportunity to grow and develop and get better. Now, at the end of the day, performance is going to dictate. So that will unfold as we go game to game. But, I think it's important that as the head coach that I provide opportunities for these guys to grow and develop.
That is Mike Sullivan. Meantime, his counterpart on the Pittsburgh bench, the person who took over for Sully as Penguins head coach, well, that would be the former Ranger assistant Dan Muse. He talked about what it would be like facing the Rangers in his first game as a coach.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see tomorrow. We'll see how it feels tomorrow. Honestly, I can't tell you. I don't know exactly how it'll feel until I'm there. You got some strong relationships there with the guys that I coached, and that'll always be there. I think you always want to have those things, any stop that you have. And I think the focus has obviously been, for the last 4 months, this group and this team. And so we'll see. I mean, this is the biggest thing for me right now. Is it's not. I'm sure there'll be some emotions that you have. They're being about back in MSG or that first game as head coach, but this is about the team. It's not about me, and it's we have the focus has been on getting this group ready. The focus will continue to be on that, and I think there's a lot of excitement there just with the work that's been put in throughout training camp. Yeah, and I think that's going to be by far the number one thing on my mind all day tomorrow.
And Muse is going to have 3 players to coach this season that have been the cornerstone for this franchise for 2 decades. Think about how rare that is. Sidney Crosby, year number 21. Chris Letang and Evgeny Malkin, year 20, all with the Pittsburgh Penguins. The Penguin captain entering his 19th season as the man with the C on his sweater. Sidney Crosby talked about when he knew that this trio would be special and have lasting impact.
Honestly, I don't know if I've ever felt that secure with it, to be honest. I mean, hockey, there's so much turnover. I think just in general, like all sports, you see more and more turnover. It's pretty rare that you see, guys be with one team for long periods of time. And because of that, I think I probably didn't allow my hopes to get up too much. But I think that's what makes it even more special. But yeah, I think that, in the back of our mind, I think that you'd have to ask them. But there's no guarantees, and I think that's what makes it what it is. It's super rare, and I think it makes us appreciate it, knowing that that could have happened so many different times.
Sidney Crosby, 3 shots on goal in the opening period. His team has a 1-0 lead on the Rangers after 20 minutes. Justin Brazeau is first of the season from Evgeny Malkin at 19:28. Opening night of the National Hockey League season. Rangers, the middle game of an opening night triple header. Earlier, the 2-time defending Stanley Cup champion Panthers raised their latest banner, and they also got a victory over the Blackhawks 3-2. Jesper Boquist, the eventual game-winning goal midway through the third period. Florida still going to be without Sasha Barkov and Matthew Tkachuk for the foreseeable future. A little bit later on tonight out west, the Kings will entertain the Colorado Avalanche, both teams with over 100 points last year, but first-round playoff exits. LA's been eliminated by Edmonton for 4 consecutive years. That is the out-of-town scoreboard on this opening night around the National Hockey League. Let's pause 10 seconds and allow stations to identify themselves on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
And this has been the Rangers' first intermission report, brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Contact your local Honda dealer today. I'll talk to you again in the second intermission. Up next, John Giannone and Dave Starman have period number 2 for you. Penguins with a 1-0 lead over the New York Rangers. And you're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
This has been your local Tri-Honda dealers New York Rangers intermission report. Blue Shirts hockey is next.
Your home for the biggest stories in the league is Sirius XM NFL Radio.
Hi, this is Bob Popper from Airing It Out. The International Series continues in Week 6 with the Broncos and Jets in London. We discuss the early season surprises. Plus, we get you ready for a potential Super Bowl preview with the Lions and Chiefs on Sunday Night Football.
Throwing Enzo caught. Touchdown Detroit Lions. Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Sirius XM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the Sirius XM app.
Historic hockey moments on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
November 26, 2005, the New York Rangers win 3-2 over the Washington Capitals in the longest NHL shootout at the time, and it was an unlikely hero that emerged for the Blue Shirts in the 15th round with a highlight for the ages.
Malik has not scored this year. In on Kolzig. Fake the Birds! Oh, Malik went between his legs!
Never miss a moment on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
New Year's Day, January 1st, 2008, at the home of the NFL's Buffalo Bills, Ralph Wilson Stadium.
The Pittsburgh Penguins and Buffalo Sabres are set to play despite the snow that's been falling all morning, and more than 73,000 are here to witness it. In the game they're calling the Winter Classic. Penguins win! Snow flying in their faces as they celebrate.
Never miss a moment on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Welcome back to Madison Square Garden, getting set for the start of the second period. Penguins lead the Rangers 1-0. And when it's game time, it's Tully time. The second period puck drop brought to you by Tullamore Irish Whiskey, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore or try the all-new Tullamore Honey during tonight's action. John Giannone, Dave Starman with you. Rangers gave up a goal in the final 32 seconds of that period. Rangers attempted 16 shots in the first. Penguins attempted 20. What do you want to see more offensively from the Rangers, Dave?
I think attack mode. And we talked in period number 1 about the Rangers are going through the process of when to hold pucks, when to create a place in a race, get pucks behind their opposition's defense and make them turn. But I do think that when you're trying to generate a little bit more offense, the mindset has got to be, if you're going to put it in, make sure you're layer on your attack. So puck gets in the corner, F1 gets in there, nice and hard, maybe gets a pin. Second guy in comes and seal a wall. So the attack mentality of not only putting a puck in, but gaining it back to then start to create offense, I think it needs a little bit more in period number 2.
Justin Brazeau, the only goal of that first period. Started his career with the Boston Bruins, was traded to the Minnesota Wild last year, scored only 1 goal in 19 regular season games after the trade, then was held scoreless in 6 playoff games, and then signed a 2-year contract with the Penguins. He scores the first goal of the season. Crosby and Miller at center ice, and we're underway, start of period 2. Rangers were 9-4 in the circle in that first period, but again, they lost the draw that resulted in the goal. Here's Shesterkin, hands it off for Gavrikov. He's in a battle to the left of Shesterkin in the corner with Raquel. Crosby and Miller there as well. Here's Crosby spinning away up to the right point. Now they slide it across for Shea. Through traffic, it hits Brazeau, or rather Raquel in front. And now Shea down the boards behind the net for Crosby. Looks to step out in front. Centers. Only Will Cooley there. And now Zibanejad chips it clear. But Shea able to intercept for the Penguins, and they start right back out. Big hit there by Adam Fox at the red line. Took Koivunen off the puck. Zibanejad has it. Left side. Wrist shot. Knocked down by Shelovs. Tries to slide it to the corner. Rangers to the point. Held in by Soucy. Now Zibanejad. Hands for Trocheck. Back up top for Panarin. Looks for an opening. Off the bench. Lafreniere's wrist shot. Glove side. Just wide. Rangers shooting for that glove, as you talked about in the beginning of the game, Dave.
And got close, too. Chivos is a little awkward on shots high to the glove side from the left wing.
Wotherspoon at his own blue line. Hits Malkin. Now Malkin knocks the stick out of the hand of Soucy. Takes the puck, gets a shot. That one stopped. Rebound. Also saved by Shesterkin, as it was Carlson down from his point spot. Penguins still in the zone. Here's Wotherspoon. Left circle. Steps in. His shot deflected over the glass into the netting, out of play. We've played 1:34 here in the second period of a 1-0 Penguins lead.
I had a really good chat with Adam Fox this morning, and we're talking about some of his expectations, and he said, I understand that I'm a factor in our success. It's not all on me, but I'm a factor. I need to be able to impact games on the puck and off the puck. And in tonight's game, he's made 2 plays off the puck defensively where he's been able to shut a play down, shut a rush down, and turn it around, where the Rangers have gotten scoring chances from his work away from the puck.
Face off to the right of Shesterkin. It's Carrick and Novak. Now Novak shown out of the circle, so the rookie Ben Kindle steps in.
Novak's a pretty good college player in his day, University of Minnesota. Boy, did he ever go.
Third-round pick of the Nashville Predators, now with the Penguins. That one out of the zone, chase for the puck. Taylor Radish is going to get there first. In a little deep, now centers for Laba, and his wrist shot just wide to the stick side. Good opportunity there for the first-time Ranger. Now Tomasino off the boards, out of the zone.
Love the play by Radish. He could have just thrown it off the pads of the goalie to create chaos. Instead, he tic-tacked it right to Laba, who just missed.
Now Laba gives it away to Novak, who cuts right side. Watched by Vakanainen. Novak using his body to ward the puck, but it's taken by Radish, who clears the zone. And now taken by Laba in the neutral zone. For Sheary, goes cross ice, looking for Radish. Now behind the net for Laba. Takes a bump there by Caleb Jones. Kindle steps in, Sheary as well. Kindle tries to clear, cannot. Rempe off the bench, intercepts. Rempe behind the net, watched by Jones. Now Kindle comes in, creates a 2-on-1, takes the puck away. Good poise by the 18-year-old to spin away from Rempe.
He got underneath Rempe.
And now the Rangers take it back. Rempe and Carrick, the combination of physical forecheck. Around the net it goes. Tomasino and Fox come together. Here's Tomasino looking for an opening. Again, the Rangers take it away.
Here's the ground game that we were talking about, the attack mode.
And now the Penguins chip it clear. Gain the blue line and dump it in. Tomasino takes a bump. Didn't love it. Goes to the bench. Play continues. And now Shea chases back into his own zone. Ryan Shea hands it off for Letang, and now Lazat across the line. Right side, pulls up. Wrist shot stopped by Shesterkin, who went to his knees and clutched it in his body and holds on. 3 minutes and 14 seconds into the second period.
Another really good play by Adam Fox defensively. This time he stands up, slows his man down, doesn't allow Pittsburgh to set up clean. Instead, they just can only force to throw a puck to the net. Really nice gapping by Fox. We talked about Rempe before. The beauty of him is how big he is and strong he is protecting the puck. When he learns to get a little lower so the guys can't get underneath him and into his hands, he becomes a whole different player. But I love the progress he's made.
Miller wins the faceoff from Crosby. Rangers clear the zone. Penguins dump it right back in. Shesterkin holds behind his own net, looks for an outlet pass, finds Miller at his own blue line. And now Miller starts up with Zibanejad. Zibanejad stays on side. Miller watched there by Koivunen. Behind the net now for Zibanejad. Looking for Cooley, watched by Shea. Instead, it's Miller around the net to the right point for Borgen. Through traffic, just wide, rebound in front, and that either hit the post or the side of the net, but the Rangers had a half-open net off that rebound. Here's Raquel, has the puck knocked away at the blue line. Now back out to center, where Zibanejad slaps it in.
Borgen had an intentional miss short side. Rangers almost scored. Vakanainen had an intentional miss short side. In period 1, Rangers almost scored.
Here's Raquel left side. Trying to work on Schneider. Good play by Braden Schneider. Takes the body. Rangers try to take the puck. 2-on-2 battle. Now Lafreniere along the boards is able to clear it to center. Wotherspoon chips it away from Panarin. And now here's Erik Karlsson. 3-time Norris Trophy winner, including most recently in 2023 with the Sharks. Puck back into the Penguin zone. Wotherspoon backhands it through center. Knocked down by Vakanainen. Gains the line. Right side, backhands it in. Wotherspoon avoids most of the check from Lafreniere. Penguins can't clear it. Panarin winds it deeper, but then Malkin is in the way. Malkin and Mantha try to play catch. And the Penguins able to find Mantha over the blue line for Malkin. Tries to find Mantha again. Good play by Vakanainen, but the Penguins keep it in the zone, but only for the moment as Panarin interrupts Karlsson back to center. Little more than 6 minutes gone by in this opening period. Check it, 5 minutes gone by. It's 1-0 Penguins. Novak, right side. Down low for Kindle. 4 players battle behind Igor Shesterkin. Now up the boards, held in by Jones, left point. Now left half boards for Kindle. Penguins hold it in at the blue line. Rangers try to clear and finally do, but they chip it all the way down. They're saying no icing on the play, so Brunick is back for it. Takes a hard hit, but finds his fellow rookie, Ben Kindle.
Rangers have done a much better job this period at sealing the middle of the ice in the defensive zone. Less chances for Pittsburgh in high danger areas, and a lot of it has to do with the Rangers' better ability in period number 2 to shut down high scoring areas.
Fox tried a quick transition from the neutral zone, but his backhand pass sailed over the glass and out of play. So face-off at center ice. 14 minutes, 12 seconds remaining in the second period. And the late first period goal from Justin Brazeau holds. It's 1-0 Penguins.
Really good chance by the Rangers in front. They had a couple of good shots at it. Zibanejad on his knees with a chance. Cully in front of the net with a chance. Just couldn't convert.
That puck tipped ahead behind Igor Shesterkin. Gavrikov back forward, finds Carrick. Carrick looks to hold possession. Now up the boards, held in by Shea. Goes cross-ice Letang. That pass a little too hard off his stick. Now the battle in front of the Penguins bench. Carrick able to put it right back in the zone.
I should correct myself. Cooley, not Cully. My bad.
Fox looks to go cross-ice. It's intercepted. Achari, opportunity. Stopped by Shesterkin. Achari between the circles. Now Achari behind the net. Looks to wind it around the boards left side. Rempe the only one there. And the Rangers clear the zone. Dump it in. Shelovs gloves it. Hands it down for Letang. 6.5 minutes gone by in the second period. Penguins holding a 1-0 lead. Here's Ryan Shea. Getting a lot of minutes in this first period plus of the season. Raquel, right corner. They go cross ice, and that one intercepted. The only one there was Will Cooley. And with speed, he starts the other way, right side. Cooley with Zibanejad. Gains the line, backhands it in. Past JT Miller. And now Carson Soucy for Miller behind the goal line. Now in front for Borgen from the right circle, and his shot was deflected away. Never got to net. Koivunen got in the way of that one. Now Raquel goes cross ice with speed. Here's Karlsson working on Soucy. Kick save, and the rebound sails over the net as Raquel's opportunity was too high. Good save there, though, by Igor Shesterkin. Rangers can't gain the zone. Right back the other way goes Malkin. Malkin and Soucy down the left boards. Now Will Borgen holds up, takes a bump from Brazeau, the goal scorer. Penguins take the puck. Letang's shot doesn't get through. Might have hit Brazeau, his own teammate. And now back forward is Shea. Spins away from Panarin. 12:15 remaining here in the second. 1-0 Penguins. Brazeau backhands it behind Shesterkin off the boards. Panarin the only one there up to the left point where Shea holds in. Around the boards it goes to the right side for Letang, who lets it go to Malkin. Evgeny Malkin warding off Panarin. Now steps down the right boards. Back from Mantha at the right point. Through traffic, knocked down in front. That one by Borgen. And now taken by Lafreniere, who will try to clear the zone. Hasn't done it yet. Tries a back pass, hits off Brazeau, but the Penguins in the midst of a change. Rangers will be able to clear. Lafreniere for Panarin, right side, down the boards. Tries to find a teammate. And Trocheck is able to poke it ahead, tries to skate it out in front, and that one a little bit too far from Panarin. And the Penguins go cross ice. Again, continuous play here at the Garden in the first game of the season. Brunick tried to chip it in front, and now here's an opportunity for Tomasino. Shot blocked by Trocheck.
Another good job by the Rangers, taking away middle ice in the high danger areas.
Rangers have 9 blocked shots here in about 29 minutes of hockey. Trocheck, and that one knocked down with a high stick, so we will have a break. 9 minutes gone by here in the second period. Penguins lead the Rangers 1-0. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Here's what's happening on Sirius XM Sports.
A pair of critical Division Series games today. MLB Network Radio on Sirius XM 89 with the play-by-play of the Tigers hosting the Mariners. Their series squared at 1. Then the Blue Jays look to eliminate the Yankees. Both at MLB Network Radio on Sirius XM 89 and the Sirius XM app.
Sirius XM Sports. Wherever you are, your team plays here.
Historic hockey moments on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, your NHL 100.
Is the greatest player to ever play sitting at the podium right now?
We talk about this all the time. That's what makes sports great, and that's what makes hockey wonderful. I think we're all in pretty much agreement that Gordy was pretty special.
The hockey history continues. Never miss a moment on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
April 14th, 2010, the Philadelphia Flyers join an exclusive club, the Hard Way.
History made in Boston tonight. The Flyers defeat the Bruins 4-3. They are the third team in NHL history to come from behind after trailing a series 3-0.
The hockey history continues. Never miss a moment on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Welcome back to Madison Square Garden. John Giannone, Dave Starman with you. 9 minutes gone by here in the second period. Penguins still holding a 1-0 lead thanks to a goal in the final 32 seconds by Justin Brazeau. Rangers have 7 shots on goal in the first period, 7 more in the second period. Or 4 more in the second period, but not a whole lot of real threatening opportunities against Sheila.
It's been the entries. It's a combination of them just trying to figure out how they want to attack the offensive zone. Cooley had a really good entry wide, button hooked up right around the top of the circle. Looked like he wants to throw one down low. The Penguins closed him pretty quick. It's a matter of getting pucks below goal lines where you can really establish the grit and grind, which will create some chances for you up top.
Face off to the left of Shilov's. Penguins win the draw, clear the zone. Now Gavrikov in center pokes at it, but it's taken back by Lizotte. Gains the line, wrist shot from the top of the circle, stopped easily by Shesterkin. Battle continues in the corner to the right of Shesterkin. Fox up the boards, held in by Shea. Back the other way for Lizotte. Lizotte and Gavrikov come together. Rangers take the puck but can't clear. And finally Rempe able to get it out of the zone for Edstrom, and he chips it ahead. The two big guys going after it. Rempe tries to throw a hit on Letang. He spun away from it. And Letang takes the puck, but it slides away from him. Down the boards, held in by the Rangers, and now past Soucy, back into the neutral zone. Soucy for Borgen.
Sorry, John. Rempe did a really nice job of getting it on the hands of Letang, not allowing Letang to make the initial play that he wanted to make. And when you look at Rempe, the thing that they're working on with him, his skating and his hands. So they're encouraging him to hold the puck and make plays longer, and that's great. When his skating comes along, it'll be a different story. We talked a little bit more about getting himself lower, bending his knees, lower center of gravity. That will all come as he moves along. He is still, I think, growing into that big body. I watched Brian Boyle do the same thing through prep school and 4 years at Boston College.
Neutral zone face-off is dumped into the Penguin zone. Wotherspoon in the corner takes a hit. Miller takes the puck. Back for Borgen, right point. Cross ice it goes for Soucy. And his wrist shot knocked down by Raquel. Rangers keep possession. Here's Miller behind the net. Watched by Crosby. Miller spins, puts it in front. Only Carlson there for the Penguins. He hands off for Wotherspoon, who fans on his clearing attempt. Zibanejad winds it right back in. Now Cooley, left boards, goes the other way. They chop at it, and Koivunen able to slide it all the way down. This will be an icing call on the Penguins. 9 minutes, 29 seconds remaining in the second period. Pittsburgh still on top, 1-0.
So we just saw what the Rangers were doing. Their puck was on the left wing side. They do a hard rim to the right, move it back to the other side. And if you're wondering why do teams do that, why do they just keep rimming it around the back end and changing sides? A lot of it has to do with getting the defenseman or getting the defending team to start puck watching. And if the puck keeps moving around, they're puck watching, not player watching. And that's when opportunities can open up, because all of a sudden somebody pops open with the defensive team puck watching.
Trocheck puts the puck on goal off the faceoff, and Shilov's had to be alert. Rangers keep possession. Gavrikov around the boards for Fox. Lays it back for Trocheck at the right point. Now down low, Adam Fox behind the net. Watch there by Koivunen. Penguins take the puck. Crosby tries to clear. Cannot do it. Good play by Trocheck. But Lafreniere is double-teamed, and he has the puck taken away. They chip it ahead for Crosby. Crosby stopped by Gavrikov, and the Rangers look to go 3-on-3 the other way. Lafreniere chips it off the boards behind Shilov. 2 Rangers there. Shea for the Penguins, and Pittsburgh has the puck. Tipped out of the zone by Malkin. Rangers put it right back in. 8:45 remaining here in the second. Still a 1-0 lead for the Penguins. Ryan Shea, 2 goals last year in a game against the Rangers. He has 3 in his NHL career. Dumps it in, but the Rangers take the puck. Radish hands off for Laba. And then Laba intercepted. Good back check there by Evgeny Malkin. Now here's Schneider. Gains the blue line. Off for Shiri. The Bruin. Right circle. Shot. Deflected in front. Laba takes a swipe at it. Radish now to the puck. Around the boards it goes for Schneider. He's able to hold it in at the left boards. Tomasino goes right to him. Out to Vakanainen. His shot sticked away by Shilovs to the corner. Now Laba between the legs for Shiri. Has it knocked off his stick. Penguins look to go the other way. Tomasino right side. 2-on-1 developing. Tomasino waits, shoots, and it's deflected over top. Good defensive play there. Now Malkin, right circle, puts it in front. Laba there to block that one. And
love
the Rangers clear.
Love that play by Laba, who closed up on Malkin so quickly. If you're going to slow Malkin down, you got to get on him early. Laba did it.
12 block shots for the Rangers, who trail 1-0. Here's Novak down the right side. Pushed off the puck by Edstrom. Not surprising there, given the size difference. And here's Carrick, right side, gains the blue line, offensive zone. Now Rempe between the circles. His shot blocked away. Good defensive play by Harrison Brunick. And the Penguins go back 4-on-2 the other way. Right circle, wrist shot, kicked away by Shesterkin as Novak opted to shoot rather than pass. Now Carrick through the neutral zone. 7:05 remaining in the second. Still 1-0 Penguins. Tomasino behind the net, now taken by Rempe. In front, all the way to the point for Fox. His shot deflected away. Good diving play by Ben Kindle. Now to the right point for Soucy. Looks, finds an opening, it's Miller. Left side Fox, left circle, down low looking for Cooley at the right point, but it didn't get through. Miller holds it in, goes cross ice. The only one there, though, is Novak for the Penguins. Gains the blue line, chips it in, takes a bump from Miller, and they'll go to the bench.
Rangers with a couple of good opportunities, and Rempe is really showing a nice ability to find opportunities where they exist in the offensive zone.
Now the pass off the boards for Zibanejad too far. Rangers called for icing. 6 minutes, 29 seconds remaining here in the second.
Penguins came down a moment ago on a 3-on-2, and it was a really nice play as Rempe backtracked the whole way, allowed Fox once again to step up and make a big defensive play. There are players in the Rangers lineup, you talk about where they're going to trend to, where they're going to go, and I think in the first 30-plus minutes here, Matt Rempe has shown a lot of improvement from last year. His ability to go north-south and his ability to handle the puck.
Crosby wins the face-off to the right of Shesterkin. Here's Carlson, left half boards. Wound around, first one there is JT Miller, wearing the captain's C in his first regular season game as captain for the Rangers. 4 players battle along the right boards. Crosby joins the fray as well, as does Soucy. And now Crosby to the corner with the puck. Soucy watches him. Crosby to the point. Weatherspoon cross ice. Carlson didn't get all of it. His one-timer wide. Crosby with a big hit on Soucy as they clear the zone. Rangers, the Penguins right back in. Koivunen chips it around the net. Here's Raquel, right corner. Looks, goes around the boards for Crosby. Left corner. Now Raquel behind the net, watched by Susie. For Crosby in the circle, alone in front. Oh, and it looked like Koivunen hit the post. He had Shesterkin beat, but his backhander rang off the post.
What a play by Crosby to set that whole thing up. When that puck was on the right wing side, Crosby went all the way to the left wing boards. He waited for a hard rim around, took it, threw it back to Raquel, back to Crosby on the side, then to the front of the net. What hockey sense by Crosby. What a shift.
Rangers fortunate to keep it 1-0. Here's the Penguins back for more, and that wrist shot goes wide. Connor Dewar tried to go stick side. It's all the way out of the zone. 5:05 remaining in the second. Still 1-0 Penguins. Pens intercept in the neutral zone, and now it's Chris Letang. Off the boards it goes, and Achari flips it in. Blake Lizotte first one there. And now Novak takes a bump from Trocheck. They continue the battle. Find the right point. Carlson couldn't, or rather Letang couldn't hold it in. And now he's double teamed, 2 Rangers, and Panarin takes the puck. Panarin, right side, puts it toward goal, and that one deflects off Achari. Panarin gets it back into the left circle. His shot glove side sails wide. Schneider toward the net, doesn't get all the way in, and now Radish, sharp angle shot goes wide. Rangers keep possession. Panarin below the goal line, double team. Combination of Lizotte and Letang, but he skates away to the right point for Borgen. Left point now for Vakanainen. Back for Will Borgen. Looks for an opening. Panarin between the circles, and Shea got in the way of that one.
Oh, Shea read that beautifully.
Here's Laba. Spinning by the Rangers bench. Keep it in the zone. And now finally the Penguins will get to it and should be able to clear. Chipped off the boards by Connor Dewar at the end of a long shift. Rangers clear it all the way back in. And Shilov's able to cover it up. 3:52 remaining in the second period. A little extracurricular activity as Shilovs was putting his glove on the puck. Matt Rempe, of course, headed to the net, and a couple of Penguins took offense to that.
We're going to keep going here.
3:52 remaining in the second. We won't have a commercial break here because the puck was shot into the zone from outside the red line, and Shilovs opted to cover it, so they don't go to break quite yet.
And Rempe gets in, as you mentioned, and gets on top of the puck a little bit, and then there was a little chatter going on towards the side of the net. Shilovs covers it up. Rempe came in. It was an incidental bump, and a couple of Penguins, including Shea, getting into the kitchen of Rempe. And my advice to Pittsburgh is don't poke the bear. You know, he's been quiet. He's been good, but he's been quiet.
Laba wins the face-off to the left of Shilovs, and the shot sails wide. Now Laba behind the net. He and Malkin battling for the puck. To the left point, Cooley, sharp angle shot, side of the net. Puck stays in play. And now Gavrikov has it taken away by Malkin, who skates hard down the right side. Malkin pulls up, shakes off Shiri, heads to the middle. Wrist shot deflected over top. Brazeau, the goal scorer, chips it for Malkin. Evgeny Malkin able to corral the puck, takes a hit by Laba. They continue to battle. And now the puck slid behind Shesterkin. 3:10 remaining in the second period. Still 1-0 Penguins. Wotherspoon shoots it in. Shesterkin back to stop it. Looks around. Plays the right boards. Edstrom there. Edstrom tries to clear. Finds Laba. He'll gain the red line and dump it in. Edstrom on the forecheck against Wotherspoon. Able to find Anthony Mantha. He goes cross ice for Carlson. Now ahead. Too far for Ben Kindle. Rangers look to go the other way. Here's Rempe, 1-on-2. Gains the blue line, heads left. Rempe watched by Carlson. Rempe tries to find the point man. Instead, it's taken away by Kindle.
Mike Sullivan sending a message to his top six because he has double shifted the Carrick line with Rempe and Edstrom a little bit here late in period number 2.
Tomasino in the neutral zone, plays it back for Carlson. And now he has to retreat to his own zone with 2:15 remaining here in the second. That stretch pass intercepted. Here's the Zibanejad, right side, glove save Shilovs. The rebound out of midair, knocked down as well. Now sharp angle shot by Cooley goes wide. Bad pass there by Carlson. Rangers have an opportunity. Zibanejad has it slide off his stick. Now behind the net. Battle for the puck, and Wotherspoon comes away with it. Now Tomasino backs it up for his defenseman, Wotherspoon. 1:50 remaining in the second period. His stretch pass intercepted by Schneider. Right back into the zone with Miller. JT Miller puts on the brakes. To the right point, Vakanainen tries to go cross ice. Crosby got in the way of that pass for the Zibanejad. Ranger fans want more shots and fewer passes as Crosby goes the other way. Looking to work on Vakanainen. Crosby pulls up, his team in the midst of a line change. Crosby still with the puck. Cross ice it goes. Koivunen in front for Raquel, who was in the crease, and he chipped it over top. Now Lafreniere. Cross ice for Schneider. Into the zone, Lafreniere takes it back. His shot knocked away by Shelovs. Glove save, puck all the way to the blue line. 1:10 remaining in the second. Here's Panarin, and he's taken down. A penalty will be called here with 1:05 left in the second period, and the Rangers will go on their second power play of the night.
And I would tell you, message received by the top six, because two really good shifts by each line. Miller's line came out on a really good shift. Trocheck's line comes out, continues the sustained pressure.
Pittsburgh, number 58, 2 minutes for tripping.
And it was Panarin's play to the front of the net that forced Letang to take the penalty.
1-0 Rangers, 1:05 remaining in the second. They'll head to the power play when we come back. New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, Passport, or CRV. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.49% APR on a 2025 Pilot or a 3.99% APR on a 2026 Ridgeline, 2026 Passport, or 2026 CRV.
Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
See dealer for financing details.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol by volume, imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc.
Peerless Boilers, the world's best-built boilers, are here to help with your heat and water heating needs. Hockey season is the perfect time to replace that beast in your basement, that old, inefficient boiler, with a highly efficient Peerless boiler. It's a perfect match for homes, apartments, commercial buildings, you name it. Get all the heat you need efficiently and save on your energy bill all year long. Learn more about the entire Peerless Boiler family of products and to find a local installer near you. Just visit PeerlessBoilers.com, and remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best-built boilers.
Back at Madison Square Garden, 1:05 remaining in the second period. Penguins over the Rangers 1-0, but the Rangers now on their second power play of the night.
And Rangers with a couple of really good sustained shifts. And it's one of the things you want to do late in the period, especially with the long change, is be able to stack two or three together. They got the Penguins pinned in, and a fatigued Penguins team was forced to take a penalty.
Face off to the left of Shelovs. The Rangers have Panarin, Zibanejad, Trocheck, and Miller, with Adam Fox, the only defenseman. Penguins have Shea and Wotherspoon on defense. Dewar and Lizotte up front. It's Lizotte against Zibanejad in the circle.
Trocheck, Panarin, very active this morning in practice on this power play to create some movement.
But the face-off win by the Penguins can't clear. Good glove down by Fox at the right point. Hands for Panarin as we're under a minute left here in the second. Panarin, right side. Right circle, one-timer stopped by Shelovs as he went down to his knees and covered up with 52.5 remaining.
Rangers get in the structure really quickly. Panarin was on the right point. He's a right shot. He got the puck off a drop from right around the hash mark, stepped into it with no screen in front. Shelovs had a really good look at it.
Another face-off win for the Penguins. They'll try to clear again, and they won't do it. Fox knocks it down again. He battles with Lizotte, and finally Wotherspoon comes over and clears it to center. Panarin for Fox. He shoots it in. Shelovs out of his net to stop it. Tries to find a teammate, a little too hard for him, so it's back to Fox at the point. Down low and around the boards it goes for Zibanejad. Left point, Trocheck. Now left half boards. Up top for Fox. Surveys the scene. Now Zibanejad left circle shot. Stopped again. That time by Shelovs, who went down to his knees. Trapped it between his glove and body and holds.
Good save by Shelovs. He gets out on top of the crease. Rangers once again keep moving it. They've been good on the perimeter. They've been moving the puck station to station. And it's getting into the hard area where they just haven't had the success that they want. They want to jam pucks in there. And the Penguins have done really well at eliminating their ability to put the puck on top of the paint to create some chaos.
Rangers have 13 shots on goal in the second period, still looking for their first goal against Artur Shilovs. Now the face-off behind Shilovs. Wotherspoon battling, 3 Rangers are there. Zibanejad up for Panarin. 12 seconds remaining in the period. Here's Fox up top, looking, finds Trocheck. 5 seconds remaining toward the net. That puck knocked away. Battle behind the goal line. Raquel tries to eat it. See if the Rangers get one more opportunity. They got it out front for Panarin, but the horn sounds and that ends period 2. Panarin had a golden opportunity, but the Rangers ran out of time.
With the Rangers, I think in the last 5 minutes of this period was probably the best 5 minutes for them in the game in terms of sustained momentum. Obviously, the power play helps. The neat part about this is they'll get a chance to keep power play 1 on the ice to start period number 3 as they finish the last minute and 5 of period number 2. But I thought as the period went on, they got a little bit more cohesive. They got a little bit stronger. The attack mentality was there for them throughout the period, which I think is a good turnaround from period number 1.
So the Rangers with a 20-16 shot advantage, but they trail 1-0 after 2. Hockey season is the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers. 1-0 Penguins after 2. The second intermission report on the way. Dan Grosso will join us in a moment. You are listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
In a season already plagued with injuries and underachievers, your fantasy football team is faced with yet another obstacle.
The bye weeks are here! The bye weeks are here!
When your star player takes a week off, listen to SiriusXM Fantasy Sports Radio for winning fantasy football advice.
You got to work the waiver wire. You got to make trades. The draft is just a piece of the puzzle.
Our experts tell you who to play in this time of need.
Now the work really starts.
Your frontline source for fantasy football, Channel 87, and on the SiriusXM app.
Historic hockey moments.
The Messier Guarantee. May 25th, 1994, the New York Rangers face elimination in Game 6 against the New Jersey Devils.
Under 8 minutes to play in the third and a 2-2 tie. Kovalov, save, rebound, score! Messier! For the empty net, Mark Messier. Do you believe it? Do you believe it? He said we will win Game 6. He has just picked up the hat trick.
Never miss a moment on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
Under review. And stop making excuses for bad goaltending. And is it bad? Is it horrendous? If you don't win because you don't make a save or two, yeah. The nature of it is the goaltender is responsible for 90% of the action. He's got to stop the puck. Why do we keep making apologies for goaltending? Stop it. Under review
with Mick Kern.
11 a.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio.
SiriusXM 91 and the SiriusXM app. Historic hockey moments.
Game 8 of Super Series 76 coming to you from the Spectrum.
January 11th, 1976, the Philadelphia Flyers play host to the team known as the Red Army team of the Soviet Union.
They are leaving the ice. They're going to go. They're going home. Come out, and in about 40 seconds worth of hockey time, the Flyers have scored.
And the Broad Street Bullies would never look back after that one, winning 4-1 to become the only NHL team in the 4-game series to beat the Red Army.
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
Or a Mazda CX-5 starting at just $28,819. Over 1,000 new Mazda vehicles to choose from. Visit RamseyMazda.com. Get the most for your money at Ramsey Mazda. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda.
Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers, are here to help with your heat and water heating needs. Hockey season is the perfect time to replace that beast in your basement, that old, inefficient boiler, with a highly efficient Peerless boiler. It's a perfect match for homes, apartments, commercial buildings, you name it. Get all the heat you need efficiently and save on your energy bill all year long. Learn more about the entire Peerless Boiler family of products and to find a local installer near you. Just visit peerlessboilers.com and remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Experience the sophisticated taste of the best single malt whiskey in the world, the Macallan, founded in 1824. The Macallan is renowned worldwide for its extraordinary single malt whiskeys. Their outstanding quality and distinctive character reveal the uncompromised excellence they pursue. Whether your taste is sherry oak or double cask, the Macallan single malt whiskey is for you. Pick up the Macallan today at your nearest liquor store. The Macallan, the single malt whiskey against which all others must be judged. Crafted without compromise. Please savor the Macallan responsibly.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings could up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
This is the Spectrum New York Rangers Intermission Report. Now, here's Dan Grassa on the MSG Radio Network.
And we welcome into the Rangers' second intermission report. Dan Grassa with you. 2 periods down at Madison Square Garden, and the Pittsburgh Penguins still clinging to that 1-0 lead over the New York Rangers. And Rangers hockey on ESPN New York is brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Not a lot happening in terms of the stat sheet during that second period, but all in all, a good period for the New York Rangers. A nice bounce-back effort from the opening 20 minutes. They outshot Pittsburgh 13-7 and generated the only power play opportunity in that middle frame. Chris Letang whistled for tripping at 18:55, so the Rangers are going to have 55 seconds of carryover power play time to begin the third period. And it'll be critical, not just because you want to get the equalizer and get back into this hockey game, but on the first night of the season, you want to serve a little bit of an example of, you know what, the power play, which was a sore subject for this team last year. Remember, they came in 28th in the National Hockey League, really struggled with the man advantage. You want to be able to correct that this season, and there's a lot of optimism that certainly it will go back to what we're used to seeing from this hockey club when they have that man advantage. One player in particular that really had himself a good second period and really has played a good opening 40 minutes, and that's Mika Zibanejad. 5 shots on goal so far tonight for Mika. Had a steal and a shot at point-blank range late in that second period, only to be turned aside, but really some good signs from Mika here on opening night. And playing that wing position this year, 41 points over his final 46 games of last season. Hopefully the way he closed is going to carry over to the full 82 this season, and you're going to see the player that most Ranger fans have come to worship during his time here on Broadway. So 13-7 the shots on goal for the Blue Shirts in that second period, and they have a 2-period edge 20-16, but it is the Pittsburgh Penguins with the lone goal. Justin Brazeau at 19:28 of the first, the game's only tally thus far. And give a lot of credit, too, to the Pens netminder, Artur Shilovs. He's done a nice job so far tonight in turning aside everything that the Rangers have fired his way. And Igor Shesterkin, aside from that one blemish, has had himself a real good hockey game as well. So still 20 minutes to play, 55 seconds of power play time for the Blue Shirts to kick off period number 3. When we return, we'll check out the out-of-town scoreboard on this opening night of the National Hockey League season. 1-0 Penguins over the New York Rangers, and New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues right after this timeout.
Make cancer screening a part of your annual healthcare routine. New York Presbyterian offers a full range of cancer screenings, including lung, cervical, prostate, colorectal, breast, and more. Regular cancer screenings could save your life by detecting cancer at its earliest, most treatable stages. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester. Learn more at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter with high-tech features and excellent reliability. Check out the Honda Civic, Accord, or HR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.99% APR on a 2026 Civic or a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or 2026 HR-V.
Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
Peerless Boilers, the world's best-built boilers, are here to help with your heat and water heating needs. Hockey season is the perfect time to replace that beast in your basement, that old, inefficient boiler, with a highly efficient Peerless boiler. It's a perfect match for homes, apartments, commercial buildings, you name it. Get all the heat you need efficiently and save on your energy bill all year long. Learn more about the entire Peerless Boiler family of products and to find a local installer near you. Just visit PeerlessBoilers.com and remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built Boilers.
Experience the sophisticated taste of the best single malt whiskey in the world, the Macallan, founded in 1824. The Macallan is renowned worldwide for its extraordinary single malt whiskeys. Their outstanding quality and distinctive character reveal the uncompromised excellence they pursue. Whether your taste is sherry oak or double cask, the Macallan single malt whiskey is for you. Pick up the Macallan today at your nearest liquor store. The Macallan, the single malt whiskey against which all others must be judged. Crafted without compromise. Please savor the Macallan responsibly.
Here's a club you want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Like most car buyers, you want to get the most for your money. That's why more Mazda buyers choose Ramsey Mazda. Get impressive offers on a new Mazda CX-30 or a Mazda CX-5 starting at just $28,819. Over 1,000 new Mazda vehicles to choose from. Visit RamseyMazda.com. Get the most for your money at Ramsey Mazda. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda.
Dan Grasso back on the Rangers' second intermission report. 1-0 Penguins over the Blue Shirts after 2 periods of play. Rangers will have 55 seconds of carryover power play time to begin the third period as Chris Letang serving a tripping penalty at 18:55 of that second period. How about a little history lesson to begin this centennial season of New York Rangers hockey? And that is on this date in Rangers history. We have a couple for you from October the 7th. First, in 1991, Mark Messier was officially named the 22nd captain in New York Rangers history. Messier would wear the C for the rest of his storied career with the Blue Shirts. And fast forward 10 years later, on October the 7th, 2001, the Rangers played their first home opener at Madison Square Garden after the September 11th attacks. Facing the Buffalo Sabres, game featured a pregame ceremony honoring New York's heroes, including Captain Mark Messier wearing the helmet of fallen FDNY Chief Ray Downey. Both teams wore special New York jerseys, which were signed and auctioned to benefit the Twin Towers Fund. That is this date in New York Rangers history. A triple header to kick off this National Hockey League season on this Tuesday. Earlier tonight, the 2-time defending Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers raised their latest banner down in Sunrise, and they defeated the Chicago Blackhawks by a 3-2 final. Jesper Boquist scoring the go-ahead goal midway through the third period. Florida, no Sasha Barkov and Matthew Tkachuk for the foreseeable future, dealing with injuries there. Chicago, the second fewest points in the NHL a year ago, ahead of only the San Jose Sharks. Coming up in a little less than an hour from now out west, it'll be the LA Kings hosting the Colorado Avalanche. Both teams 100-plus point regular seasons last year. However, both exited in the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Kings, meantime, have been eliminated by the Edmonton Oilers in 4 consecutive postseasons. So that is our out-of-town scoreboard on this first night of the National Hockey League campaign. Time now to hear a little bit more from the new Rangers head coach. That would be Mike Sullivan. And earlier today, following the morning skate, talked about the Rangers' size that they possess up front, and in particular, can the size work to their advantage on the offensive end?
Yeah, without question. I think it's very prevalent in today's game with the way the game's being played. You know, one way you can manufacture offense is going low to high and putting pucks in play, is the phrase that we use, where we're delivering pucks down at the net. And now you've got to get people there. You make the sight lines difficult. I've always been a strong believer that the scoring area is the hardest area in the rink to defend. The puck comes in there, the rebound goes somewhere, and it forces decision making. And sometimes in that process, there's hesitation, right? And within hesitation lies opportunity. Sometimes there's duplication, 2 guys going to the same guy. And within that lies opportunity. So just by nature of creating a broken play, it's a way to manufacture offense. We've got some talented players that are going to, they're going to make some plays. And they're going to create offense that way, right? We can create offense off our defense. If we defend well, we can create counterattack opportunities through transition in all 3 zones. This is a third way. In a possession game, When you establish a grind game and a possession game down low, if we can go low to high and spread the zone, and we can put pucks in play and create broken plays, it's going to provide opportunities for guys to manufacture offense. When you have size in that area of the rink, you make sightlines difficult just by nature of the physical stature. You also have an opportunity to out-muscle and get leverage on a potential rebound or a loose puck, which creates more opportunity to score goals. So in working with some of the players that we have, we're trying to leverage that size as best we can in every aspect of our game.
So Mike Sullivan, the new Rangers head coach, JT Miller, the Rangers' new captain, the 29th in franchise history, and he, with a lot of his teammates, ready to turn the page from what happened last season.
I think for me, from where I came from last year and these guys here, everybody's looking for a fresh start. I don't think anybody wants to even talk or think about last year anymore. There's so many new and exciting things about this year. I think we're just excited to turn the page and move on, but also let that fuel some hunger and not at all be satisfied with where the season I had last year and the season we've all had here. So I just think it's exciting. It feels fresh. Good to see everybody back, put us to the test today, and we can start coming together as a team.
JT, 13 goals, 34 points since rejoining the Rangers last year, both good for second on the team. So the Rangers down 1-0 heading into the third. They'll have 55 seconds of carryover power play time. Chris Letang serving a tripping minor at the end of that second period. I'll talk to you again during the post-game show, but coming up next, we'll send it right back to MSG as John Giannone and Dave Starman have the third period for you with the Rangers trailing the Pittsburgh Penguins by a score of 1-0. And you're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Spectrum One, New York Rangers Intermission Report. Blue Shirts Hockey is next.
Hear the music that took her from the streets of Medellin to sold-out stadiums around the world. Hi everyone, this is Karol G and welcome to Karol G Radio. The stories behind the anthems and the moments that turned heartbreak into hits. Bold, unstoppable, 100% Tropico Queta.
This channel is for all my fans who have been on this journey with me.
Karol G Radio. Now for a limited time on Channel 79 and at home with the SiriusXM app.
Historic hockey moments.
301 days since the hit on Chris Draper.
The Colorado Avalanche at the Detroit Red Wings, March 26, 1997, brawl in Hockey Town.
Now Darren McCarty gets his shots in at Claude Lemieux. Look at all the way out to try to help Patrick Roy. Oh my goodness. They are on their feet here at Joe Louis Arena.
Never miss a moment on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments.
Mr. Hockey's final NHL goal, April 9th, 1980, the Hartford Whalers at the Montreal Canadiens.
Howe over the line to his father, son to father, back into a score! Number 9, Father Howe. And they're going to give him a standing ovation here in the Montreal Forum. A tremendous tribute to one of the most amazing athletes in any sport.
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
Welcome back to Madison Square Garden, getting set for the start of the third period. Penguins over the Rangers 1-0. When it's game time, it's Tully time. The third period puck drop brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the all-new Tullamore Dew Honey during tonight's action. John Giannone alongside Dave Starman. Rangers have 55 seconds of power play time to start the third. Dave in 3:05 so far tonight. Rangers with only 3 shots on goal with the man advantage.
You know, Mike Sullivan talked a lot in the preseason about a lot of different units and structuring a lot of different looks and the management of minutes among his elite level players. He's got 2 units that are both 4 forwards and a D, which is going to spike up some minutes up front. I think with the Rangers, and when you saw at the end of period number 2, you saw them generate some chances, but it was a lot of station-to-station passing and a lot of work on the perimeter until they threw it to the front of the net. And I think that as time goes on, and if you're a Ranger fan, you hope it starts right now, but as time goes on, I think you're going to see more of an effort to getting pucks through to the front of the net where goaltenders have to adjust to a lot of what's going on in front of them and some chaos, double pucks.
Third period underway. Rangers win the faceoff. They lost 9 out of 12 in the faceoff circle in the second period. Lafreniere chips it in. He gets power play one time here. Panarin around the boards for Zibanejad. So it's Lafreniere on the ice instead of Trocheck on this power play unit. Lafreniere in the corner with Shea. They try to pin the puck. Wotherspoon there as well, as is Connor Dewar. 5 players battle for it. Here's Dewar, tries to chip it off the boards. 3 Rangers along the left boards. Now it slides all the way through. Panarin down to the right corner. Hands it off for Miller. Slides off his stick, but he gets it back. Miller loses an edge, goes down. Rangers keep it in the zone. Lafreniere winds it around. Right half boards for Fox. Now behind the net, Panarin. Panarin looking. Puts it in front. Lafreniere with 2 tips. It's covered up by Shilovs. And he holds on in the final 3 seconds remaining of the penalty to Chris Letang.
Lafreniere in for Trocheck. What that does, first of all, Lafreniere and Trocheck both shoot different ways. Lafreniere is a lefty, so Lafreniere playing the left side as a left-handed shot. That gives him a lot of drive-down opportunity from the blue line if he takes the pass from up high. With the play moving mostly down low, he put himself off to the backside of the goaltender, Shivos, to his blocker side, which set him up for a pretty good tip, which he almost converted.
Face-off to the left of Shilovs. Trocheck is escorted from the face-off circle, so Taylor Radish steps in. Sidney Crosby on the draw. And Crosby wins it. But Carlson gives it away. Here's Cooley around left side. Turns, shoots, knocked down by Raquel. Cooley gets it back. Now Trocheck finds Soucy. He goes cross ice right side for Borgen. Toward the net, deflected in front by Radish. Hit the side of the net. Now Trocheck. Left corner. Penguins try to clear, and they do. Skips past Raquel all the way down, but it's on goal for Shesterkin. Holds it, plays the boards, and finds Trocheck. One of the Rangers' alternate captains tonight. Through the neutral zone to Borgen. Now Trocheck gets it back. Goes cross ice to the point for Radish. Down low off the boards. Trocheck behind the net. Skates it to the left side. Now Gavrikov tries to put a shot toward goal. Trocheck between the circles. His slap shot is deflected over the glass and out of play. We've played 1 minute and 37 seconds here in the third. Penguins still holding a 1-0 lead.
Gavrikov couldn't get that shot through, but I do think one of the things that you're going to see as a Ranger fan this year that you're going to be happy about is their ability as a defense core to get pucks from the blue line to the front of the net. I've seen a ton of it in practice, and I've seen it in the exhibition games where defensemen at the blue line have taken their time to find a lane and put a shot towards the front of the net. They're not necessarily shots to score, but they are shots to create a rebound, create a second chance, get your heart rate up in front of the net, create some scrambles.
Noah Laba on the face-off of the Rangers. And he loses the draw to Ben Kindle. 2 players playing in their first NHL games as the Penguins slap it all the way down, and that's an icing call, 1:45 in a period number 3.
What Laba is effective at doing is a face-off guy, and he's, to me, better on the right side than he is on the left, is his ability to get his nose over the dot and encroach. He cheats like crazy, which is great. He got thrown out of a lot of draws in the exhibition season, but he gets so in tight on the face, just like there to win it.
Now for Panarin, one-timer from up high. That one wide, stick side of Shilovs. And now Tomasino tries to clear, can't do it. Second opportunity, Brunick is able to chip it out. Right back into the zone it goes. Now the Penguins start out. Novak chips it in. Gavrikov tried to glove it down, can't do it. Now down low, Tomasino centers, and he tried to find Kindle, but Sheary got in the way of that one. Rangers start back. Here's Laba. Tries to go left side for Panarin. That one deflected off the mark. Brunick has his pocket picked by Panarin. Say that 3 times fast.
Try once.
Now Sheary takes down one of the Penguins. They wanted a penalty call. There is not one. We continue. Schneider for the Rangers. That pass to Vakanainen off the mark. Taken by Malkin. Right in front of the penalty boxes. Now into the Ranger zone. Chipped ahead by Justin Brazeau, who has the only goal of this game. Came in the final 32 seconds of the first period. To the point for Shea. That one wide of Shesterkin. Now here's Letang. Sharp angle shot. Stops Shesterkin. Scramble for the rebound. Shesterkin covers it up in the crease. Rangers do a good job keeping Brazeau away from the puck.
Pittsburgh does a really, really good job here of getting a puck wide to throwing it to the front of the net, and creating some opportunities. Shesterkin is a goaltender that on dead angle shots can square up pretty well. Good face, gets low, builds the wall down low, and that's what he did there. There are 2 or 3 kicks at the can, and Shesterkin was really good at sealing the low ice, stick behind pads, and making sure that nothing snuck through.
Face off to the left of Shesterkin. Rangers win the draw. Get there first. Soucy high in the air to center. Now Brazeau goes cross ice for Anthony Mantha. Has a step on Soucy to the net. Backhand. Stopped by Shesterkin. Now it's kept in the zone. Mantha all alone in front. Glove save Shesterkin. Put a star on that one. Mantha found himself by himself, and Shesterkin robbed him.
And Shesterkin, as soon as he realized that this was going to be a mini breakaway, he got out to the top of the crease so quick and really gave Mantha nothing to shoot at. Brilliant positioning, great glove.
Ranger fans singing the praises of their goaltender. Still 1-0 Penguins. Nearly 4 minutes gone by here in the third. Here's Gavrikov in his own zone. Pass for Lafreniere, gains the red line, backhands it in, but only as far as Carlson. Winds it around the boards. Wotherspoon tries to find a teammate. Fox steps in, keeps possession, tries to center. Shilovs gets his stick on it. Now spinning along the left half boards is Panarin. Penguins try to clear the zone, and they do. Novak to center. Connor Dewar chips it in. Achari takes a big hit. Lizotte in the corner as well. Gavrikov for the Rangers. Now Fox around the boards. Jones keeps it in. Fox tries again, this time to Lafreniere, and off the boards out of the zone. Rangers get a change. Now starting out is Caleb Jones. Stopped by Shesterkin, tries to play a soft pass for Laba. Chasing is Raquel. Laba the back pass for Radish. 5 players battling for the puck. Taken by Crosby. Up the boards, Brunick. Cross ice it goes for Jones. And now Crosby behind the goal line. Up top for Brunick. Looks for an opening. Through traffic. Kick save Shesterkin. Able to glove it and hold on. 4 minutes, 55 seconds into the third period.
Penguins once again getting some good offensive zone time, and they get into what we call eyes up time, and that is ability to control the puck with their eyes up, looking around. And when they can show patience like that and use their skill, they become a very dangerous team with the group that was on the ice, and did a nice job of getting the puck down low, up high. They created a screen in front of the net. Shesterkin fought it off. It was able to make a good save with no rebound.
So Malkin will step into the face-off circle. Miller for the Rangers to the left of Shesterkin, and the Ranger captain wins the draw. Braden Schneider wheels behind his own net and starts up. Through his own blue line, through red, over the blue line, into the zone. The Banajad's shot from distance is deflected down, and the Penguins able to clear. Vakanainen's pass knocked down by Mantha. He comes together with Schneider. Penguins keep the puck, put it in the opposite corner. Now picked up by Mantha. Here's Letang, deflected just wide. Brazeau got a deflection. I don't think Shesterkin saw it. Now Letang to the middle, knocked down by Schneider. Penguins keep possession. Here's Letang. Had the puck knocked off his stick. He goes down as the Rangers clear the zone and try to go for a change.
Rangers airmailing a lot of pucks into the neutral zone, trying to create turnovers with defensemen looking up to find pucks and putting pressure as a forechecking group on that player looking up high.
Rempe and Kindle to the corner inside the Ranger zone, and now Edstrom starts out. His pass knocked down by Tommy Novak, and now Brunick back forward. He avoids most of a huge check attempt by Rempe, and the Penguins start up 2-on-2. Now 3-on-2. Here's Kindle, lays it off right side. Tomasino bumped off the puck by Edstrom, gets it back to the point for Brunick. Walks the blue line, now hands it back. Jones, his wrist shot, stopped by Shesterkin, who is out at the top of his crease. To the corner, Tomasino tries to center, knocked away by Fox. Kindle keeps it in. Now behind the goal line, Carrick, and Kindle steps out. Wrist shot just wide from Tomasino. Pressure here by the Penguins. Carlson, his shot deflected away by Fox. And now Carrick will clear the zone. Rangers need a change.
Rangers got pinned in. Penguins are able to stack 2 shifts together and get personnel on.
Now Carlson slams it around the boards. Achari Knocked off the puck by Borgen. Battle in the right corner. Trocheck knocks down one of the Penguins. Achari is there. Susi as well. 2-on-2 battle. You hear the referee yell loose. Puck is still loose. They almost never blow the whistle there, and the Rangers come away with it. Artemi Panarin knocked off the puck, but the Rangers keep possession. Here's Susi, gains the red line. Looks, waits, hands off for Trocheck at the blue line, and he slams it around the boards. Lafreniere, right corner. And that puck knocked all the way out of the zone, all the way down. No icing call. 12:25 remaining here in the third. Fast-moving game at the Garden. Not a lot of goals, just 1-0 Pittsburgh.
You can tell how much skill Panarin has, but you can also tell he hasn't played a preseason game. Timing is just a little off in terms of when he wants to attack and when he wants to move pucks. He's holding it just a half a second too long, which is just lack of exhibition time.
Rangers shoot the puck in. Shelovs can't stop it, so now Shea will try to wind it around. Good bounce right on the stick of number 87. Crosby, 3-on-2. Left side, Koivunen back for Crosby, slides it across, nobody there. Raquel had vacated the right side. Here comes Zibanejad. 1-on-4, wrist shot, knocked down by Shelovs. Doesn't cover it too comfortably, but he's able to put the glove down and hold on. Rangers hockey on ESPN New York is brought to you by your local Honda dealers. 11:47 remaining in the third. It's 1-0 Penguins. New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
Face Off Inside the NHL returns, taking you deeper behind the scenes than ever before. See it all from the star-studded Four Nations Face Off tournament.
Us against the world, boys.
To the adrenaline of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I'm scared of you guys.
With candid interviews and backstage access, experience the sacrifice, the rivalries, and the determination that define NHL greatness.
Just when I thought last year couldn't be topped, here we are.
A new season of Face Off Inside the NHL. Watch now only on Prime Video.
Make cancer screening a part of your annual healthcare routine. New York Presbyterian offers a full range of cancer screenings, including lung, cervical, prostate, colorectal, breast, and more. Regular cancer screenings could save your life by detecting cancer at its earliest, most treatable stages. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester. Learn more at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Let's pause 10 seconds to allow stations to identify themselves on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Back at Madison Square Garden, 11:47 remaining here in the third period. Rangers and Penguins each have 23 shots. Penguins lead the Rangers 1-0. Face-off inside the Penguin zone. Pittsburgh wins the draw, and out they come. Blake Lizotte gains the center red line, chips it in. Connor Dewar tries to chase down the puck. Lafreniere got in his way, and now Fox goes the other way. Dumps it in behind Shelovs. Malkin, first one there. Penguins will reverse. Now up the right side in their own zone. They go cross ice for Malkin. And it looked like, Brazeau was ahead of the play and offside.
Brazeau made an interesting play because as Gavrikov was starting to go from his right a little bit to his left, outside the dot lane to close up on Malkin, who was coming down the right wing boards. Brazeau jumped right in as to set a little bit of a legal pick, but he just did it too aggressively. If that pick was timed about a second better, Malkin is gone with a clear path to the net. So nice hockey sense by Brazeau. He's just a little ahead of himself.
And again, he has the only goal of this game, scored 32 seconds remaining in the first period. From close range against Igor Shesterkin by himself. Here's Noah Laba chasing down a puck behind the Penguins net, but Letang intercepts. Now Malkin goes left side for Mantha. Anthony Mantha chips it in. Throws a hit on Susi. Rangers take the puck. Laba, though, gives it away. Opportunity for Brazo again, and that one just wide. Had a good opportunity from close range left side. Here's Shea at the left point. And then that puck bounces into the Rangers bench. No further play. Noah Laba with a defensive zone giveaway.
Growing pains are all part of what being a rookie's all about, right? And when you're a young centerman playing against some of the elite players in the league, you're going to make some of those little mistakes. And center is the hardest position to play as a young player coming into the National Hockey League. And a lot of it depends, or a lot of it is predicated on your defensive zone play. And where do you want your center's position in the defensive zone, and where do you need them in the coverage, and what is their zone to play in? Are you playing man-to-man? Are you playing zone? What's your zone responsibility?
Face off to the right of Shesterkin. Rangers win the draw. Fox able to chip it out, but this one all the way down, and it'll be an icing call on the Rangers. 10 minutes, 41 seconds remaining in the third. Penguins still holding that 1-0 lead.
So you see the icing, and we talked about this a little bit earlier. What Mike Sullivan is trying to get his Ranger D's to do is airmail pucks. He calls it the punt and hunt. Everybody's got a different name for it, but really what it's the puck, he wants it up in the air. He wants it to land somewhere by the defensive blue line, so that his F1s and F2s can put some pressure on D's looking up.
Penguins win the draw, but the shot knocked down by Cooley, and now he starts out 2-on-3. Cooley pulls up right side, in the middle for Gavrikov, down low it goes for Zibanejad, around the net, up top Fox, right side Cooley, one-timer blocked down in front by Jones. Good defensive play by Caleb Jones. Of course, he the brother of Seth Jones of the two-time Cup champion Panthers. Gavrikov toward the net, that slides just wide. Miller was looking for a deflection. Now Cooley loses it, and the Penguins clear the zone. Fox, left side for Miller, right back in the zone. Here's Cooley down the left boards for Miller behind the net. Off for Cooley, but a nice play again by Jones, who got a stick in the way and is able to intercept. Penguins, though, can't clear. Good play by Gavrikov at the blue line. Brunick lost a stick, it broke, and now the other way goes Lazat. Right side, trying to work on Vakanainen. Good play by the Ranger defenseman to stop him. Letang got the stick up high on Edstrom, no call. Edstrom looked like he got it in the face, but they continue play. Here's Carrick. Cross corner dump in, right side. First one there is Shea for the Penguins. Up the boards for Vakanainen, now down low for Carrick. Carrick in the left corner. Penguins, though, take the puck, and two passes get them out of the zone. Dewar gains the red line and dumps it in with 9 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the third. Penguins still on top of the Rangers, 1-0.
Penguins look like they found themselves a little bit better here in period number 3 from period 2 in terms of beating the Ranger forecheck.
Lafreniere with some room left side. His shot stopped by Shilovs down to his knees, and he's able to cover up with 8 minutes and 58 seconds remaining here in period number 3. Penguins with a 1-0 lead on the Rangers. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
The biggest names are on Off the Ropes.
The one and only Kurt Angle, your Olympic champion. How does that make you feel to hear people associate your name with another legend like John Cena?
It's great because I consider John the greatest of all time. I know I was his first match, and that was really cool. I wouldn't have minded it being John Cena's last match, but there's no way in hell I can get in that ring right now, so it's not going to happen, but it would have been pretty cool.
Off the Ropes, weekdays from 2 to 4 Eastern on Pro Wrestling Nation, Channel 156.
Historic hockey moments.
February 7th, 1976, Toronto Maple Leafs captain Darryl Sittler dominates at home in an 11-4 win over Boston.
That's a new record. As long as he lives, he'll remember this evening. So will all of us doing the game here at Maple Leaf Gardens.
On SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
April 10th, 1982, the Miracle on Manchester. Game 3 heading into the third between the heavily favored Edmonton Oilers, who were up 5-0 over the underdog LA Kings.
Shot by Evans, he's going out! The Kings have taken the lead in the series. They came from behind to win in overtime, 6-5.
Never miss a moment on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
Hockey season is the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers. Back here at the Garden, 8:58 remaining in the third period. Rangers and Penguins both with 23 shots on goal. Rangers with only 3 shots in the third. They trail 1-0.
Penguins have done a nice job at not letting the Rangers penetrate deep on a lot of their entries when they carry the puck across the line. They've really forced them to pull up a lot at the top of the circles and eliminated them from getting to the front of the net, getting pucks to the front of the net.
Off the face-off, Rangers with possession. Lafreniere backhands for Gavrikov down the right boards. Behind the net now Trocheck. Warding off a checker, but he gives it away to Mantha. Around the boards, and Gavrikov able to keep it in at the blue line. Rangers continue to pursue the puck. And now finally Mantha finds Malkin. He flips it to open ice. And here's Kindle, one-on-one with Fox. Backhander stopped by Shesterkin. Got the glove down, made the stop. And now a giveaway by Gavrikov to Mantha. Skates in, goes left side. Looking for Kindle's one-timer, but Mantha had a whole lot of ice. And the Penguins don't get an opportunity that they should have probably gotten a shot on goal.
And Kindle did a nice job there. Kindle had a one-timer setup. If it's not in your wheelhouse, you can't risk taking a shot.
Here's Raquel with speed. Tries a wraparound left side. Shesterkin got over to his post and made the stop. And now Zibanejad up the boards. Kept in by Letang, who pinches down. Second chance. Zibanejad finds Cooley. Back for Mika Zibanejad, right side, watched by Shea. Hands it off for Borgen. Tries to find Zibanejad again. Shea gets in the way of that one. 3 Rangers, 2 Penguins behind the goal line. And now the puck to the left side, taken by Raquel. And Ricard Raquel gains the red line, shoots it in. Cross corner dump in. Lazat in on it. Koivu in there as well, and now here's JT Miller. Miller flips it in. To the right of Shilovs. Good defensive play there by the rookie Brunick. And the Penguins start out. But only as far as Vakanainen inside the Ranger zone. Brunick intercepts at the Penguins' blue line. Back to center. Lots of play in the neutral zone. And now finally the Penguins possess. Slide it into the Ranger zone. Connor Dewar after it. First one there is Schneider. 6 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in the third. Rangers still trail it, 1-0. There's Carlson back for it. Lazat battling with Laba along the boards. Taylor Radish there as well. 3 Penguins in pursuit of the puck. Now Lazat taken down by Laba. Shot attempt there by Radish, but he fanned on it. And the Penguins look to clear, and they do. Back to center. Achari chips it only to the red line. Radish takes it back. Rangers get a line change. Inside 6.5 minutes remaining in the third. Still 1-0 Penguins. Panarin has that puck slide off his stick. Brunick along the boards. 2 Rangers there. And now Kindle will try behind the net for Carlson. Up the boards, kept in by Gavrikov. Nope, slid off his skates back to the neutral zone. Panarin wheels. Left side for Trocheck. Into the Penguin zone. He and Carlson battle. And now Wotherspoon gets a second chance to chip it out of the zone, and he does. Penguins right now seem pretty content to just do that.
Penguins doing a great job taking away time and space, taking away middle lanes, and just moving pucks wide up the ice so the Rangers can't start their attack from an advantageous position.
Here's Adam Fox at his own blue line. Ahead for Cooley. Waits, looks, now backs it up, and it looked like there could have been too many men for the Rangers. The Penguins bench yelling for it, but they play on. Zibanejad to Cooley, gains the blue line, watched by Wotherspoon. They battle in the right corner. Cooley comes away with it to the point for Borgen. Left side Soucy, slap shot, knocked down in front, rebound save, the third, over the net. Zibanejad had an open side. Shilovs was knocked down. Combination of Miller and Letang in front. Now the other way go the Penguins. Crosby in front. Brazeau a little too deep, couldn't control the pass. 5 minutes remaining here in the third. 1-0 Penguins.
3 really good chances by the Rangers. Best sustained 1-2-3 kick that they have had in period number 3, and they didn't miss by much.
Letang, head up. Ahead for Raquel, who tips it in. Shesterkin out of his net, stays in the trapezoid. Backhands it up the boards, kept in by the Penguins. Long shot by Jones, blockered away by Shesterkin. And now the Penguins take it back in the neutral zone. Here's Achari down the left side. centers it, and Shesterkin gets the glove down and holds on. With 4 minutes and 29 seconds remaining here in the third, the Penguins maintain their 1-0 lead on the Rangers. New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter with high-tech features and excellent reliability. Check out the Honda Civic, Accord, or HR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.99% APR on a 2026 Civic or a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or 2026 HR-V.
Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
Here's a club you want to get into. Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol by volume, imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc., New York.
Back at Madison Square Garden, time running short on the Rangers. 4 minutes, 29 seconds to go in the third. Still looking for the first goal of the season. They trail 1-0.
They had a couple of really good chances on their last shift, and a lot of it was predicated on their ability of their defensemen to get pucks to the front of the net. And it was a play by Soucy, throwing the puck to the front of the net that created those three really good chances that Zibanejad almost finished.
Face off to the right of Shesterkin. It's Trocheck and Malkin on the draw. Rangers to the corner. Adam Fox with the puck. Fox looks for an outlet. Up the boards he goes. Lafreniere has it, and the Rangers start out. Lafreniere cross ice for Panarin. Tips it into the zone. Brunette back for it. A little bit too far for Jones. Rangers up the boards for Fox. Now Fox centers. That one deflected by Brunette on goal. Shilov's able to stick it away. Here's Lafreniere in front, and Trocheck went down, or rather Panarin went down to one knee, but fanned on the shot, and the Penguins go the other way. Mantha cuts to the net, one-handed shot on goal, stopped by Shesterkin. Puck is loose and cleared out of harm's way by the Rangers, but only as far as Carlson at the red line. Right back in, here's Lizotte, gets a step on Lafreniere to the net. That one stopped by Shesterkin as well. Penguins looking for offense here in the late stages of the third. 3.5 minutes to go. Rangers trail it 1-0. Now Gavrikov behind his own net.
Rangers have done a lot of regrouping, especially in their defensive zone, about puck moving up ice, then they move it back to come back up again, and I think it's starting to hurt him a little bit.
Here's Zibanejad down the left side. Zibanejad tries to bank one off of Shilovs, hits the side of the net. Back for Borgen. Left point Soucy, now left circle, fakes the shot, tries to step around a Penguin, puts it in front off the side of the net. Cooley scrambling for the puck, but now the Penguins able to chip it off the boards, and Sidney Crosby taps it back to center. Inside 3 minutes to go.
I like a lot of what the Rangers D have done in both ends of the ice tonight. It's certainly been something that they'll chat about as they go through the rest of the week, but it's a really nice start for this group.
Now Kindle goes cross ice for Crosby, and he calmly slides it into the Rangers zone. Penguins get a change. 2:35 remaining in the third. Rangers need a goal to tie it. They're down 1-0. Vakanainen in his own end. Slides it for Trocheck, and he shoots it in. Igor Shesterkin to the bench. Rangers get the extra skater on. Shea in the right corner, looks for an outlet. Mantha up the boards for Malkin. Malkin chips it ahead, and wide open is Justin Brazeau, who will skate it all the way down and score into the empty net. Justin Brazeau had the goal late in the first period. He scores here into the empty net with 2:12 remaining, and it's 2-0 Penguins.
You got to like the early pull. There was a dump in by the Rangers, It wound up in the right wing corner, and the Penguins just won the puck. Rangers trying to pinch in as the puck started to come up their right wing wall, and it just got past the D, and that's what sprung the Penguins out into the neutral zone. It was a good entry. It was a good dump, and they got the numbers about the puck they wanted, and the Penguins just won the battles. Now, you still got plenty of time here. You got 2:12 left. You can get the goaltender back out again. It's a little bit of a kick in the shorts, 2-0, not 1-0, but the bottom line is you got plenty of time on the clock.
And the Rangers have Trocheck, Panarin, Miller, Fox, and Zibanejad. So basically their power play one unit as Zibanejad dumps it in, and again, Shesterkin to the bench. Battle in the corner, now to the point for Fox. Fox looks through traffic, knocked down in front. Penguins again will try for the empty net. It's Blake Lizotte right in the middle, and they score and make it 3-0 on a Blake Lizotte empty net goal with 1:52 remaining.
So this time the Rangers got into a situation that they really wanted. Once again, they put the puck in, they recover, they get the puck out to the point. So now they're in a pretty good offensive setup. The shot to the point, Pittsburgh once again with a really good effort in terms of blocking shots coming through, and they're able to turn it around. And Blake Lizotte, who played his college hockey at St. Cloud State, all 5'7" of them, wins a battle and sends it the length of the ice for a goal.
So 2 empty net goals by the Penguins in a span of 20 seconds, and it's a 3-0 lead with 1:50 remaining here in the third. Rangers have their fourth line on the ice, Carrick, Rempe, and Edstrom, and now an opportunity here for Raquel down the left side. Shesterkin able to make the save and hold on, 1:41 remaining.
So what do you pull out of this game if you're the Rangers? I think a couple of things. Number one is you've got to take a look at rush chances and whether or not you thought that the attack at the offensive blue line was what you wanted from the players on the ice. Were your decisions good decisions, trying to enter the offensive zone? That's number one. But number two, I think you got to be really impressed with your back end here, because defensively they tightened up after period number one, and they had some impact in the offensive zone, getting pucks to the net.
The Rangers have been outshot 14-5 here in the third period. 2 of those, of course, empty net goals. But the Penguins have carried the offensive play and have limited what the Rangers could do while holding a 1-0 lead. 1:20 remaining, Rangers into the zone. Penguins back for it. And here's Caleb Jones, who's played a solid game on defense tonight. Tomasino right side, pulls up at the right circle. Penguins just looking to keep it deep, keep it out of the Rangers' possession. And now back to center for Novak for Witherspoon. They'll back it up even more for Shea as we're inside the final minute here on opening night in Madison Square Garden. And for all intents and purposes, this final half minute can't go quickly enough for the Rangers, who look like they are going to go down to defeat in the first game of their centennial season. Here's Witherspoon at the left point, around Sheary. They try to center in front for Malkin. That one knocked away. Noah Laba chips it up the boards, kept in by Raquel. Second chance for Laba, gains the red line. Now the blue line looks to carry in. Shea is there, now here's Sheary. Off for Laba. 20 seconds remaining here at the Garden. Around the boards for Borgen. Now Taylor Radish looks for Laba. Instead it's Crosby. And calmly to center, here's Raquel. Makes a deke, dumps it in, goes to the bench. Final 5 seconds here at the Garden. And that'll do it. Horn sounds, and the Rangers, who opened last season with a 6-0 victory in Pittsburgh, lose this one 3-0 as Artur Shilovs stops all 25 Ranger shots and earns a shutout.
The best thing you're going to pull out of this game was that your all-world goaltender, Igor Shesterkin, was tremendous in this game. Like, you can't pin anything on him. 2 of the goals empty net. The one that he got beat on was point blank off a broken play in front of the net. So you pull that out, you say to yourself, all right, at the very least, Igor was great as he had to be. We just talked about it towards the end there. It's just a matter of finding some offensive rhythm, which I don't think they had enough consistency with as the game went on.
So Artur Shilovs, who had 19 career NHL games before tonight, only 8 wins, gets the shutout for the Penguins. And Dan Muse, the former Rangers assistant coach the last 2 seasons, spoils Mike Sullivan's Rangers debut as head coach and return against his former team with which he won 2 Stanley Cups, 3-0 here at the Garden. What's your takeaway?
First of all, congratulations to Dan Muse, a guy you and I have known for a long time, and he's going to do a wonderful job with the Penguins. I just think that when they regroup tomorrow and they do some video and they get on the ice tomorrow morning, I think the emphasis is going to be on the rush. How do we want to rush? Where do we want to start our placement? Generating a little bit more speed, pushing D's off the line and getting some numbers in. I thought that tonight there was it looked like there were a lot of players just starting to get reused to each other in terms of consistent play, and that cohesion could take you 3-4 games, especially early on, to get yourself rolling. So I think that would be the point of emphasis going into tomorrow.
Buddy, congratulations. Maybe a largely forgettable night here at the Garden for the way the Rangers played, but I'm sure one you'll cherish forever. Congratulations. Welcome aboard.
No, it's great to be here. It's game 1 of 82, and I sense that with the skill level on this team, and especially the coaching staff that's here, and nights like this are going to be few and far between.
Next up for the Rangers, Thursday night in Buffalo, then a Saturday rematch in Pittsburgh before the Washington Capitals visit the Garden on Sunday. Our thanks to producer Ray Santiago, our engineer, the Magic Man, Chris Majkowski. Don't forget, the Rangers post-game show comes up next. Dan Grossa will take you around the hockey world. You'll hear from head coach Mike Sullivan, reaction from the dressing room as well. Penguins over the Rangers, 3-0, the final. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG